Searching begins, find yourself within. Take up your blade, let the fears within fade. Stories are told as the die roll. Don't be afraid, make your destiny will find you and me. Friends at your side, may the group with pride. Try as you might, you now live to fight. Monster nor foe can fill you with woe. Enemies in sight, it's time to roll dice. Roll for initiative. Check, please.
Hello, checkers and pleasers. Welcome to episode 50.
Wow.
Whoa.
50.
Welcome to Check Please, the D&D show. All right, I am your DM, Beardy, and down here are my lovely players.
Hello, my name is Keni, and I play Risen the Fateweaver.
Hello, everyone. I'm Foaly, and I play Kurla, the Half-Orc Life Oracle.
I'm Xeno. I play Vera, the Swarmonger.
I'm Skrewy. I play Petravian, the Highkeeper Paladin of Eden and Malifera.
And I'm Grem, and I play Lovette, a force of chaos and destruction beyond her own whims or control.
Or knowledge, most of the time.
She's
Yeah,
got a
that's
big
true.
book of knowledge, and yet it always
Mhm.
fails her.
Just not an ounce, a lick of wisdom.
Ain't that the truth?
Shit, son.
Wait a second, give me a second. I
Fuck.
gotta check what Levette's wisdom is real
Yeah,
quick.
I got a
Stat
14
book.
of wisdom. What the fuck are you talking about?
What's your wisdom?
Is this like a 50th episode special where we're bidding up on Grem instead of Skrewy? I didn't
Yeah,
get
pretty
a memo
much. Yeah,
about
we're just
that.
changing it up for one
Fuck you,
episode.
Grem.
I didn't get that. I didn't get that memo. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
I
one
told you
episode
these
per
things ahead of
season.
time.
You
We
started it.
gang up on a different player. So with that, let's roll. So last time, the party traveled back to Ville in order to meet up with Jiro, the Easterner that they'd hoped could guide them into Kentau. They made contact with him and the rest of the Lightning Blades in Ville, which was under attack from the Deadlands as it was expanding, and were able to convince him to travel with the group and assist them in perhaps entering the Forbidden Lands to the east. We left off with the group in transit toward the Greater Wall, and the moment we actually left off was where Kurla decided to make contact with their deity for the first
After
time
sitting
ever.
right next to me.
Yeah, after sitting right next to Riz and not really warning anybody ahead of time.
I'm
This is going
confident
well.
that anyone else in the party can kill me like that.
We don't
so-
want to kill you.
I don't want you to kill me either, but, you know...
I'm
you
also not confident on that at all. No. We have
currently,
evidence to the contrary.
Fair point.
so currently, you are all on your way east toward the Greater Wall, and we open on the morning of the 17th of October. And I believe I was describing a particular thing that you were hearing. Kurla, you feel a presence in your mind. You find yourself in sort of this dark expanse that goes on for eternity. You can see, like, you're there. You're sort of floating in this dark void, and you see off in the distance that symbol, the eyes, the eye configuration of a spider, as it gets closer to you and begins to glow this sickening red light off of it, casting you and the rest of this void in a red glow. And you hear a voice call out to you.
Hello. It has been a long time.
Well, you know, if you're expecting me to bow or kneel, you're going to be waiting a little bit longer.
Oh no, we're far beyond that. We're old friends.
Are
The
we
being
now?
continues to get closer to you. This enormous spider, colossal beyond comprehension, as it looms over you.
Well, you mentioned Kurla is sort of floating there, but if they could back up, they would be forcing themselves not to. They're holding themselves very rigid, and they're just forcing themselves not to look away as this spider descends. But they might be trembling a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I thought quite a lot about what I would say to you if ever we came face to whatever it is that passes for a face with you. Thought about it since I found out exactly which deity it was that did this to me, and now I really don't know what to say. I mean, where do we go from here?
I suppose we talk. You contact me for the first time.
Yeah, I figured it was about time, and I was getting about ready to lose my nerve, but if I thought about it any longer, I would have lost the will, so here I am.
And to what do I owe the pleasure of your company?
I have questions for you.
Ask away. Like I said, we are old friends now.
What on earth would possess you to think that we were friends, or would ever be friends? How's that for question one?
You've done such good work for me.
Never for you. It may have benefited you indirectly, but it was never for you.
You seem frightened. Why? I would never hurt you.
You have
One
heard.
enormous leg is going to kind of come out of the darkness and almost caress your face. this like chitinous tip of a spider leg is just going to come down and just softly kind of go through your hair.
You.
Is it hairy?
No, don't tell me. Don't
You.
say.
No, it's actually like a shiny black chitin.
Oh, okay.
It reminds you more of maybe like a black widow spider.
Yeah, trembling intensifies, but Kurla will, again, just holding themselves as rigid as possible. You would never hurt me. You have hurt me and mine more than anything else in my entire life. So that's a bit rich coming from you, don't you think?
How have I harmed you? I've given you power. Ability to be your own person, to be free.
Except I'm not free, am I? You've already said that everything I do is benefiting you, and you took everything from me. You took my sister from me.
I took no one's sister. You gave me a soul. A few moments after I gave you power.
Was
Was
not
that your
my,
sister?
That was not my choice. That was what you did to me, and yes, that was my sister.
And it meant that much to you?
How could it not? Do you not understand anything about all the lives that serve you?
Would you like it back?
Oh shit.
I don't trust you not to have desecrated it.
I have no
It's already
reason
in
for it.
pieces.
2 pieces.
So
one
you
with
knew.
you and one with me, as is all of your meals. You give me half. That's how this works.
Yeah, well, half of as close to nothing as possible since that happened with Vera. I hope you've enjoyed me starring myself on your account.
It's fine. You've still grown the power I've given you. But
And
if you would like this half back, it's yours.
you're a spider. Everything that you do comes with strings attached.
Hey.
Perhaps. Does that
What?
mean you don't want it?
It means I want to know what you want in return.
Consider this one a gift. An olive branch, as some would say. Something to start us off anew. You can have your sister back. And then, perhaps we can come to a more equal partnership.
I mean,
Before I say yes or no, I need to know something.
Ask away. You're one of my very favorite subjects.
You're zealots in the underworld. They told me that the power that found me was just random, just you throwing energy out into the world. Is that true?
Yes.
Or-
It's a simple thing to cast a spark into the wind and see if it catches. You have become a blaze.
See, every moment of my life since that day, I have felt myself slipping more and more towards the evil that I could do with the power that you gave me. How easy it would be to kill instead of heal. How easy it would be to gorge myself on blood and flesh. Is that you? Or was that always in me? Is that why the spark found me?
Honestly, I'm not sure. It's probably a little of both.
I'm not saying no.
Does that trouble you?
How could it not?
Isn't it easier just to embrace what you are?
Embrace.
You could do such wonderful things. You've
You.
only had limited direction from me so far. If we were to work more closely together, I could help focus your talents.
I've seen what comes of people working more closely with you. I've seen the society that it builds. And how could it not trouble me? How can I ever be safe with people that I love?
It may be easier to control your urges if you delve more deeply into the power. Did you ever consider that? That by resisting it, you've only made it harsher on yourself?
You would say anything to get me working for you, wouldn't you?
Possibly. But I do want you to know that your sister's soul has been with me the entire time. And it's yours. All you need do is ask for it. It's all you ever had to do.
Has she suffered?
Sorry, I didn't actually catch that. What?
Has she suffered?
I think she's been asleep, truth be told. Dormant. In a little webbed up cocoon, as it were. I doubt she remembers a thing. Has your half fared any better?
I don't know. She seems happy.
tell you what. I'm going to go ahead and send this half back to you now.
No,
And you can do with it whatever you'd like.
no. I'm not saying no. I need time. I need time to consider this.
It's yours for whenever you wish it.
Kurla will squeeze their eyes shut and just try to break the connection.
Trying to leave? Not even saying goodbye. It's a bit rude.
Oh no.
Tell you what. And thanks for talking to me, finally. Because up to this point, I've been trying to talk to you for a long time, but unlike any of my other subjects, you've always remained distant.
Yeah,
I
well,
just assumed at some level you were just sort of this heroic mute figure that just went around growing my power without ever needing to speak with me. So in thanks for that, I'm going to give you a little boon. No strings attached.
Oh shit!
Fucking mic drop! Oh!
Oh shit!
I'll be here whenever you're ready to talk. Until then.
It fades into pure blackness as you find yourself alone in that void, and you feel something new inside of you. You feel a new power sort of growing deep within yourself. And also something else. You see what looks sort of like almost like an egg sac or a cocoon of some kind floating in front of you.
No.
And you open your eyes and you're back on the cart.
just deep, deep breaths and just panting with the effort of keeping themselves in any semblance of control. Sweat just pouring down their face. Oh gods, what have I done?
What?
What have I done?
Oh,
I'm trying to remember. Did we
we're
reconvene
on the
by now?
fucking yeah, we're all reconvened, but we're moving towards the greater wall.
Right.
Kurla just fucking sits next to me, gives me a meaningful look, and just goes into this. So Riz has no idea what happened.
I'm pretty sure I
how-
said something
how-
to the effect of "There's someone that I need to talk to."
Yeah, that doesn't tell me
Yeah.
shit.
Well, no, I know. Just
About
deliberately
how much
someone.
time has passed necessarily.
Yeah, how long has Kurla been like in this meditative state?
Is from your point of
From
view,
my point
Kurla
of view.
blinked. From your point of view, Kurla blinked.
I need to talk to somebody. Oh god.
Blinked as
Oh,
in,
God.
blinked as in I blinked.
It's a hell of a non sequitur.
Mm-hmm.
Blinked as in out of existence or with eyes?
No, with eyes. Like
Okay.
in the blink of an eye, Kurla
Oh,
is now.
With
Has
blink being a
experience
spell,
right.
I wasn't sure.
No,
Is
that's
Blink
fair.
a spell in Pathfinder?
Yes.
Okay. You sat on the cart and closed your eyes and... Is this about earlier? You can tell me that the fucking curry was bad. Like, it's okay. Like, I'm not offended by this.
You guys said Kelly was up here?
Don't worry about it.
I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. Except that I've been putting it off and putting it off and putting it off, and I just needed to get it done. I couldn't fight anymore. I reached out to that which hungers. And it
that
reached
explains
back.
so much more than what was just happening. Okay, it talked back. Okay, keep going.
Said it was my friend, said it had never harmed me. Offered me my sister's soul back. Offered me a gift, a boon of some kind. No strings attached, it said.
It's kind of funny. Sorry.
How you doing?
So did you take it?
He said I needed time.
Okay.
There's... Something's changed. I don't know what it did to me, but something's changed.
Like,
I feel...
puberty-wise, or like...
I just feel...
Kurla,
corrupted.
You feel a new power within you. It's sort of, I would say it's simmering, if that would be a way to understand it. It's like you feel something, it's not boiling up, but it's definitely in you, and you can feel it. It's new, and it's raw, and it's pretty powerful, as far as you can tell. Whatever it is, whatever this new ability is inside of you.
Well, Kurla will be fighting it back.
Okay, make a will save, please.
Sure.
Roll that dice.
Oh boy.
I believe in you.
That was a 26.
All right, yeah. You kind of push that down, and it goes sort of a little bit deeper into your core, and you think that it's under control for now.
I mean, Kurla's spent a lifetime fighting back the impulses that they blame that which hungers for.
Mm-hmm.
Although...
So, you didn't take it, you asked for more time.
I asked it if the darkness that I feel, the drive behind the hunger, the part of me that enjoyed eating, I asked if it was its doing or if that was inside me the whole time, and it suggested a little bit of both, which, you know, leaves me feeling great about myself.
Are you really gonna take the word of a giant fucking spider?
No. Well, I'm gonna try not to anyway. I mean, I can't believe a word it says. But it fucking stroked my cheek, whereas it treated me like a pet. Like I was its favourite. It said that I had served it well, and... Oh, God. I'm never gonna be rid of it.
Whoa. I literally just told you, like, half a day ago that I was working on something. You're just gonna throw that information out and be like, it'll never end.
No, I'm sorry, Riz. You know I got faith in you. I just... It's just fucked me up a little bit, huh? I'm sorry.
It's alright. I just... Don't let that thing get to you. Now that, you have talked, though. What do you think? What are you going to do?
I don't know.
I mean, you talked for it for a reason. Did you ask for anything?
Answers, mainly. It offered my sister's soul. It once again did something to me without my consent. Once again forced power on me. Because it thinks that power is the only thing that matters, seemingly.
That's the only thing it offered you? Well, forced on you, sorry. It's only giving you power?
I think so.
Okay.
It was trying to... I don't know, I said I needed more time to decide. I think my sister's soul was right there. I could have taken it. I just... I don't like who I'd have to thank. Because the strings are attached, they have to be.
Well,
It's
the
a
thing
liar.
about the gifts are you don't actually have to thank the person who gives it. And you can, throw them away sometimes. Like
I
a
don't
meme.
trust it not to have done something to it and corrupted it somehow. How can I possibly know?
You can't until you take a step.
It told me that
either-
I needed.
You go.
Sorry, Raz. It told me I needed to embrace the darkness. Effectively. It's fucking ridiculous.
Alright, well, in the end, it's still your choice. Right?
It's my choice.
So you said you needed time. What, at this very moment, are you planning on?
I don't know, Rez. Focusing on the matter at hand. There's bigger things in play than my family issues, such as they are.
Okay. Well, whatever is, we will work through this, but in the end, these decisions have to be made by you. I can't leave you down one path or another until you decide which one it will be.
I know, Raz. I mean, I'm all about the choice, you know. In my weakest moments, I've wished that someone would decide things for me, but I know that's made my weakest. I know these have to be my choices and my decisions.
Kurla, I'd like you to make a perception check, please.
Certainly.
Oh no, Kurla's no good at those.
That is a 36.
Ah, fuck off.
You feel a cold chill on the back of your neck.
Does
So
this
you can
cold
see all the way to Proto.
Does this cold chill feel familiar?
Yes.
Does it feel like when I was in the graveyard that one time prior to contacting Kurla's soul?
It feels like every time Verla has, like, touched you.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I think my sister is trying to get in touch. Figures if she's saying everything that I'm doing. Oh gods, what if she saw that?
Based on guesses, I'm sure she'll be like, it'll be fine.
When we stopped for the night, Verla, if you can hear me, and I know that you can, when we stop for the night, I will cast the spell. We can talk. We can't lose the time. We've got to keep moving.
Can you not do that while you're sitting? What does
Beardy,
the spell
can I?
take?
I mean, I assume you can cast it while riding on a cart.
Yeah, you're not
Okay.
driving.
Fair point. Then Kurla will sort of just shake the head. Oh, all right, I'll try it. I'll try it now.
What if they can pull you over if you're driving and casting at the same time?
They're
Casting while driving, yeah.
they're having trouble focusing because they're still trying to fight down that new power, whatever it is. But
As Michael
They
Jackson
will-
says, let it simmer.
They will close their eyes. They will begin moving their hands through the intricate motions and muttering under their breath the what is now a fairly familiar spell as they cast Speak with Soul. And that's S-O-U-L, not S-O-L.
How
do you want?
I didn't
Every
say
time.
anything.
Every time. All
Was it
right.
me?
Yeah.
So,
Romeo,
Kurla,
Romeo, no?
Kurla, you cast Speak with Soul, and in front of you, you see this body coalesce. You see Verla floating in front of you. Verla looks kind of like her eyes are enormous, like saucers. She sees something's new. And as soon as she coalesces and you can hear her, Verla, I don't know what happened, but something's weird. Something strange.
And it ain't no good.
What do you mean?
There's something else here now. It's not just me and you anymore.
Oh no.
Oh.
It's right behind you. And Verla will point sort of just past your head.
Oh, fuck this.
Kurla will very slowly turn around, although the odds of actually it being visible seem
Throwing
non-existent, but-
violent sting.
Yeah.
So Kurla, you turn and you look over your shoulder, and there behind you, sort of affixed in space, sort of just about a few feet over your left shoulder, is what appears to be a giant wad of spider webbing that's sort of pulsing slightly, like there's something moving inside of it.
Oh gosh.
I thought there was no strings attached.
Just, well, they've got to unwrap their present first.
Kurla, it's weird. It's like
You don't say.
I'm out here, but I'm also in there, and I don't understand.
Fuck this.
This will end well.
It's difficult to explain. You remember everything that Karis said, everything that Lovette's mother said.
They said I was wrong and I was broken, but they were wrong. They were the wrong ones. Don't forget that.
Riz's
Please.
eye twitches.
They said you were in two pieces, and I cast a spell the other night and confirmed it, and that's the other piece.
That is me?
I honestly don't know. It's what a fucking bitch-ass spider, as Rez once said, has told me is the other part of you, but I don't know, and I don't know how I can know for sure.
Verla holds a hand out toward it, and that wad of webbing is going to move toward Verla.
Verla, stop. Don't.
So that now they're like both in front of you.
Don't. Just... It's too soon for this. Just stay away from it. If you can.
It's like I'm in both places at once. This is so weird. She reaches out and tries to and touches it and is trying to manipulate it, but it's not doing anything. Like she's trying to yank at it and pull at it. And she looks at you, and this look of urgency is on her face. Can you open it?
This webbing, it was made,
Made
for
for
me.
me. Dur, 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 dur.
No.
That just went right over my head.
Junji Ito's work. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
It's a really... Yeah, don't worry about
It's all
that.
fucked.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
I'm sorry, I've now actually completely forgot what the question was.
She
Can
wants
you-
you to open it.
Can you open it? I'm inside, but I'm also out here, and it's really confusing.
I know, but if I open it, I don't know what's going to happen to you. I don't know if you're gonna be the same as you were, or if you're gonna be something wrong, something ruined by that thing.
I can't just stay like this. Like a half of a person dead, but not even able to pass on.
Kurla, if
Isn't
you
that
don't want it
worse?
to happen, just stop your spell. You can't hear her then. It's terrible, right?
She's my sister.
You're going
I
to keep
can't
getting
just-
tortured by these otherwise. Either do it or turn off your spell.
V, I'm sorry, I need more time. Kurla will just wave the hand out,
Oh my god!
break
She
the
looks
spell.
at you and she looks terrified and she says, "Kurla, please," and then is gone.
Forgive me.
Oh boy, folks, that's woo.
So you have a child and they're screaming in the other room, so you just close the door.
Okay,
Right,
okay,
but the
yo,
system-
don't
Oh.
judge, all
Rules.
right?
Doppelganger rules. You leave them in the room to cry it out. You find out if it's doppelganger or not later. You probably die.
I mean, or real children. Just close that
Screwy, do
door.
we need to talk about your real children?
We don't.
That's
I don't
actually
think so.
why we've been doing this podcast for so long.
Yeah.
This is
We-
an intervention.
This was an intervention. It just took a long
Yeah.
time to get here.
Yeah,
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
been a
shit.
long road,
Almost
but-
120 episodes? Christ.
here we are.
That's a slow burn.
Mm-hmm. But we're here because we care about you, Skrewy.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, you said you needed more time.
I can't believe I just did that.
They just shrug. They don't know what else to say to you.
Did I heal you guys collectively? I sounded like Kurla was saying they were hungry. I was wondering if you wanted to stop. We started talking about Kelly, and I can't stop thinking about
We'll
it.
stop for dinner. Okay.
Oh, okay. Sure.
We literally just got up and went going. It's 8 a.m.
Oh, is it? Oh,
on the
I-
Monday.
thereabouts.
But the time isn't moving forward.
Yeah.
It'll move forward in like an hour. Don't worry about it. Time is fickle like that.
Yeah.
At least for me.
It's about 8:30 now, but yeah, it's fine.
So, do you want to talk about that?
I don't know what to say, Rest.
Mm.
What? I don't know what I just did.
I'm gonna go back to Archie.
You just... And they just shrug at you. They seem to be at a loss for words. You said you needed more time. She was going to keep begging you if you kept it up. I still don't trust only half a soul. I'm sorry. Things like
She's
that
suffering,
can
and
say things to make you do stuff.
she's suffering, and I turned away.
Alright, well turn the spell back on and do it then. What? You can either sit here wallowing about this, or
I am
figure out
not-
what you want.
I am not wallowing, Riz. I am trying to figure out what I want.
Okay.
Is something going on? You guys have slowed down a bit.
Sorry. Just trying to make my horse go faster.
Your horse just tries a little bit harder,
A little bit harder? Probably not at all, though. It goes for like a second, and then it immediately goes back to the same speed.
That's enough of
I
that.
was like, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good workout.
Horse has 1 speed.
You ever had like a car that goes like forward, like quickly 3 steps, and it's like, oh, okay, won't do that again. That's what it was.
Nope, that was a mistake.
Overdrive.
Yeah. So, is there something you want to do in this scene, or should we move time forward?
Nope, Kurla's gonna just wrap themselves up in their cloak and lose themselves in thought and self-recrimination.
Riz looks
All right.
up at where Jiro is for a moment, because he just saw that.
Yeah, Jira's been sitting quietly on top of the Vardo and has been watching all of this.
I'm up here with Arch. Like,
I'm sorry, I tried, Archie. I don't know. I don't know how to like the tension that when it's up.
Oh,
Jira will shrug.
we'll talk later.
it's like I'm about to die. I don't give a shit.
Oh, don't say that.
I got bigger things to worry about.
So,
Your secrets are quite safe with me.
I think we'll ride on for the morning then.
Yes.
You got it. All right, well, in that case, you guys have a bit of a travel to go. It is going to be from here to the Greater Wall is 8 days. So,
Better than I was expecting.
is there anything that you would like to do during this travel?
No,
I mean, that night when we stop, I want to talk to the group.
Okay. Well, in that case, we will zoom ahead to the evening of October 17th.
Just finding time to remember what the thing I was thinking of was. Thank you.
Right. The group makes camp, and the Vardo is deployed as normal.
In my mind, we're all sort of sitting outside around a campfire. People cool with that, or are we inside the Vardo?
That's a you choice.
Yeah, it's up to you guys.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck it,
I'm
the Vardo's more
sure.
comfortable, so fine,
Okay.
we'll be inside the Vardo.
No, I don't. We haven't camped outside thus far. Riz has kind of been like, "What's the point of camping outdoors?"
Technically, we have camped outside slightly. That was the first time Kurla was fighting with Riz.
Riz is like
Hmm.
going camping with somebody who has like
They're glamping.
A really nice RV.
exactly. With an RV, a nice RV that they're like, well, I don't want to leave the RV. It's so nice in here. You're like, why didn't we just stay home?
There's no mosquitoes in here.
Yeah.
So we're inside the Vardo then.
Okay.
Yeah. Works for me. Eating dinner, I assume, at the table?
If that is where we are, I mean, it's whatever.
Set your
If
scene.
this is any, set your scene because this is a standard day. So
Well, fine. We're
wherever you
sitting
wanna
around the
open it.
table, eating dinner, and making small talk of whatever the hell kind of small talk that the party makes, and Kurla will say...
I don't want to be rude, but he's part of the team, but does he help me to be healed, you know?
I mean,
Chisel snorts.
He's been leading over
I
my
know.
children more than once.
I need, every now and again, I like to have some,
No, stop!
chat time with
Stop!
them.
Yes, now?
I feel like Rez said something about the elk not being allowed inside.
He can summon him in the room because he has a sleeping space, but I don't want him anywhere else.
Chisel will stomp indignantly and walk outside.
Oh, now you've hurt his feelings.
It's not my fault.
Have remained long.
It's literally, the door is this big. Like, what do you want me to do? Rebuild my entire home just so your stupid deer can get in here?
Actually, on the way out, Chisel's antlers are going to catch on the door, and Chisel's going to have to stop, back up, and then like turn kind of to the side and squeeze through that way.
The whole time.
Yeah.
Just trying to talk over that.
His ass gets a little bit stuck, and then
Maybe if you suplexed him through it.
Swear to God, Skrewy.
This is all part of the intervention, guys. Don't worry.
Hey, don't judge.
All the judging. It's an animal.
So Kurla, having calmed down a little bit by this point, will offhandedly say, "So I talked to that which hungers earlier today. That was fun."
Okay.
Sip
Why?
of tea. Because I've been putting it off for the past 2 decades plus, and I had questions.
And you wanted to have a good streak end?
I mean, how do you manage that? You just talk to it?
Apparently that's all it takes, yeah. Just reach out.
Really?
Riz gives you a look, Lovette.
I'm surprised I've never, tried that before. I mean, I was, yeah, anyway.
Well, if I talk to it again, I'll make sure to, give it your calling card.
Okay, that's not what I was...
Lovette is currently looking to be under Voska's watch.
Oh yes, I mean, I guess, I don't know.
If you want, I will help you
Yeah,
where I can.
I wasn't looking for it. I'm trying to like the conversation. Did that go well? Are you okay? Did they force that on you?
It offered me back the other part of my sister's soul and
Wait,
forced more power on me that I don't understand, that I'm trying to fight back even at this moment.
What kind of power?
I don't know, because it wants me to give in to the darkness, whatever the fuck that means.
Please stop saying that.
I mean, it's effectively what was... Okay, what am I
got a
missing
hot
here? Because it's
topic,
effectively what was said to me.
Kingdom Hearts, like.
I am not familiar with that.
It's okay.
I've been trying
I
not
like
to
it.
laugh this entire time.
It's okay. Anyway,
Moving on.
Beardy, how else would you like me to phrase what was expressed to me by that which hungers?
to
They're trying to
Em-
suck you into
embrace-
the web.
embrace the power given to you, or give in to the hunger. Like if the idea was that if you were to, delve into it, maybe it would be easier to resist.
Fine.
Like maybe it would be more part of you, and you wouldn't have to fight it so hard.
I will express that without
At least that's-
using the phrase to which everyone is objecting so strongly. I don't know
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts, I'm
It just
sorry.
makes me laugh, and I want your thing to be serious, but it's really hard when all I can hear is fucking Goofy saying this in my ear, in the back of my head.
Well, you like your sister's soul back?
Sora!
Embrace
I'm
the
sorry.
darkness.
There's
Embrace the darkness!
I'm afraid there
Alright.
is pop culture in which I'm not conversant.
Yeah.
Shock
I have
horror,
no
I know.
idea either.
But anyway,
But you got your sister's soul back then. Isn't that what you wanted?
I said I needed time, and it pretty much foisted it on me anyway, which part of the course with that thing.
Wait, so you have it?
Yeah, I think I
Okay.
do.
We
But
should figure this out. I know, we'll be careful. I know.
I mean, is it like in a box or where is it?
What? Petravian!
I mean, what?
have you
God.
not... don't you part of 2 different churches?
Yes.
What kind of question is that?
This conversation's going about how I had expected it to, I have to say.
I don't
Well,
know.
at least we're predictable.
I mean, look, I see why this is a big deal. I can see why you'll be concerned. Alright, that Beach on Girls is a crafty beach, but we have a good opportunity here,
Yeah, you have
and I know
the
not to be careless about it.
you have the soul. Just resurrect her.
Well, no,
I'm not strong enough to resurrect her and not have there be damage done yet. I can
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
that inside me. I might get that powerful yet. I don't know. A time may come when I can do that without harming her, but I don't know if she's already harmed. I don't know if there are actually strings attached to this. I don't know if that thing has done something to her. There's no way I can know. What if I bring her back and she's...
You
something else that I have to deal with?
you asked her
Yeah.
if she wanted to come back, yes?
I just wanted to give her the choice.
Well, what did she say?
She hasn't yet.
Maybe we figure that part out first.
I think Kurla's concerns, I know, your concerns are very valid. That's why I think that this is something that needs to be done. Is care, but you have a lot to work with now. Kurla knows you did before. I think we can, if there are strings attached, we figure it out and unravel these things. And if there's damage, then we heal it.
If that thing gets its hooks further into me, I become a danger to all of you, and I've been trying to avoid that since the day we all met.
Okay?
Riz is looking at Vera.
Well, why don't we just summon, just resurrect your sister, and then we'll deal with whatever power is there. I'm sure there's a way for us to remove the power from you, or from your soul, in some way.
Do you think you feel like that?
I would attempt the same kind of ritual that I've done before, but I don't want to risk the royal honey if something is afoul with that which hungers. I don't want to potentially taint Mellifera's power source. But if we find something else that can somehow absorb, I don't know, soul energy of some kind, maybe we could do it into that. Maybe that would offer the same effect. But I don't know anything about that kind of item. Maybe Karis would.
I mean, isn't that it, kind of along the lines of what Malchus was doing?
Yeah. Right?
In what sense?
Well,
Basically.
in
a
the
soul
sense, that's why he kidnapped Redovi. The power of the minor god.
Maybe? I
I
mean,
mean, if that is
Basically, you're
possible,
asking
then
to siphon off the portion of the tainted
He would-
portion of a soul.
well, the siphon that I'm designing should actually do that.
I don't know
Sure.
if the soul is tainted or not.
Hmm.
For all I know, it's offering it in whatever passes for good faith with that thing, but you saw the society that worships it. You saw what it's like.
We all did.
Vera will nod.
Reconnecting the pieces of that soul requires me to trust its good intentions. Would you trust that?
Well, obviously I
No.
don't trust it,
No, I mean,
but I'm not the one who has to trust it. You're the one who has to make that call. What's important to you? Is your sister more important, or is potentially keeping the power away from that which hungers more important?
That's not the issue at this point.
what is the issue? What are we balancing? I suppose it's hard for us to weigh in if we don't know how the scales look.
If I put her back together and she wants to come back and I bring her back and she's wrong, I can't.
Kill her again.
I can understand that. It's not easy.
Jiro is going to put a hand on Kurla's shoulder and kind of pat them.
Do you think that she could have her soul reassembled and not brought back? And that might avoid any damage?
It's... If she wants to move on, then...
I mean, I wouldn't blame a girl her age for not wanting to, but... Yeah. As
But
far
how
as
long
I
the...
understand,
Sorry,
if you have
go,
all
go.
the pieces, then it should be okay.
With how long the piece has been with that which hungers, if it's all together again and the soul moves on, then who's to say that it's not going to go right back to him? To it, rather.
Well,
I think it stays with you.
oh,
I
don't
mean,
know, but
if she decides to move on, I'm saying, you know, am I...
I don't know if she can.
Why?
Kurla has both pieces of their sister, yes?
Yeah, presumably.
Of any of the things that you have taken from this mortal plane, do you know if all of them are just split up or if all of them just go off? Like,
It said that we split them. It's
so
how
she
my
would
power has grown.
stay with you. Probably.
So then when Kurla, not that she'd be necessarily be soon, but when Kurla passes on, then Vera would pass with him to same judgment or something?
If
Well, that's it.
Kurla's bond is not separated from that which hungers or severed in some way, I think both their souls end up back with it.
Well, yes, but then so all we have to do is figure out how to get Kurla free, and we have both of them taken care of.
That is the thing I've been working on for months now.
You
Yes.
know, I just...
See, I told you we can figure this out.
Didn't your mother try and cut ties with that which hungers?
Yes, that's what we are doing. Oh, yes,
know.
but yeah,
I-
it's got better. I think.
It wasn't enough, but I still did
It was,
something.
got better.
I'm not saying you didn't, Riz. I'm saying there are a lot of really unpleasant possibilities here.
Yes.
I don't
it is
trust
an
it not to
unpleasant
be setting me
situation.
up to screw up and to make things worse.
Kurla, there is no option here that is zero risk. I think you know this, but I think you are approaching it like there is a safe choice. There are no safe choices.
I don't think you have that luxury.
Our best option is to stick by your side and figure this out and get you free. I mean, I did.
I can't leave her as she currently is.
Okay. But no one's asking me to do that.
The rolling of eyes is not necessary.
We all
We're trying
we
to
know
support
it's not
you.
going to be easy, and it's not going to be probably without sacrifice. But I mean, I think you are able to raise the stakes yourself.
I didn't catch that, sorry.
I think you are able to raise the stakes. If you are,
Oh, the stakes, sorry.
yes.
Sticks.
I heard sticks, and
Weigh those sticks.
I mean,
And I'm like, what?
They are
The-
carved from sticks. Oh, the sticks. That's the other kind. Anyway. Yeah. You know what you want. That's all thing we do.
It's cause. Everyone's just very silent.
Jiro's just like looking back and forth, and everybody has no idea the context of most of what's going on.
Riz looks to him and they'll start slowly moving their hands. I'll talk to you later about it and explain what's going on. And they,
Okay, so
All right.
maybe the
Sure.
last hand signal was off.
Jiro will sign back to you. Sounds good. Then we'll talk later.
Of course.
so sabotage is like it's a really big spider, huge spider. Bigger than one. And
And it
Prompted.
these
Give him a whole not very good explanation of what happened.
I'll tell you later.
Jiro will. It's like you sit there and listen to anything y'all are willing to tell him.
And he was like hanging from the ceiling. You couldn't look at it, but you can't. But I could look at it because I was special.
Is there anything else we needed to know, Kurla?
I'm sorry, dinner sucks today. I rolled a nat one.
Oh shit, we got food poisoning.
It's one of those awkward dinners.
Yeah, no, yeah, we were all like having this conversation because we're like, no one wants to.
No
eat
one
for
wants to
dinner.
actually
Eat
eat.
it. Yeah.
Oh, I need to use the restroom.
Meanwhile, I just double check my immunities.
It's not
Yeah.
poison.
Oh, this is like
Yep.
this is fine for Kurla.
Yeah, this
This is like a
Kurla
5
and
bloody
Vera are
star,
fine.
Vera, fine.
3 Michelin star dinner, right?
Do I get to roll 1d8 to get more health based on this?
Yeah, I mean this is like, gonna heal Vera, so that's fine.
Fuck you guys.
Freaking raccoon. What do you
It's so bad. I'm getting my nat one out of the way for the day.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just
it.
imagining it's like well done steaks, not like burnt level, just like rubbery well
It-
done.
It's chewy, like and
It's
you're
like a
sitting
tire.
there
You cut into
chewing
it,
for
it
a
feels
while.
like you're cutting a tire.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't think I'm supposed to put this in my mouth.
You should not, but
Well,
But if we're not in any danger, right? Currently from this thing?
not yet, no. But I can't help but think that I'm playing into its hands, or, well, pincers. Legs?
I mean, not.
What do
not
spiders have?
yes,
Yeah,
they have all
those
those
things.
parts.
These things, you know.
Mandibles.
Right. No.
Phalanges?
Fuck it. I'm not a bloody entomologist. Or arachnologist,
These
whatever
are
the word is.
phalanges, Vera.
I'm not a fucking spider expert.
Ooh, that'd be terrifying. And at the end of their legs, they have a little teeny tiny
Petravian,
hands.
we don't talk about nightmares. You take that shit, you put it outside. Get that shit out of here. Stop that.
Little tiny.
Alright.
If this goes sideways and blows back on us and endangers you, then I am sorry.
I mean, I don't mean to. I hope this doesn't come off the wrong way. Exotic jungles is a very long living entity. I think that it's long-term plans. Like, even if it has bad shit up its sleeve, we might not live to see the bad part.
That's the most optimistic, pessimistic take I've heard all day. Thanks for that.
I don't know if it's necessarily something that like is for any entity that's going to consider itself a god. I think that no strings attached is a very low cost, I guess. Yeah,
This is true.
if keeping you genuinely happy for the rest of your life, so it can do its spidery things after you're gone, is how it plays, and I don't know if you have too much to worry about.
I mean, to be realistic, you have been doing things that it likes, right? Like getting stronger.
Every good thing that I try to do, yeah, has ultimately made it stronger as well, so I'm damned either way, I guess.
Unless we can separate it, like I said.
Which I'm working on.
Yeah.
All right, then I will put them back together and hope for the best, and that's all I can do, I suppose.
And we will be there to help you.
I didn't want to make this decision without talking to all of you first. It affects you all as much as it affects you all not as much as it affects me, but it affects you all.
What you going to say, Petravian? You're, is the food that bad? Really? Is the food that bad?
No, I was thinking
What
about
did I get?
the other
John-
thing you were talking about, the non-soul thing, the power that they gave you as well.
Yeah.
Gave is not quite the right word. Forced on me, yeah.
Forced
that-
upon. Forced
I
upon.
am. I'm kind of
And
wondering with that.
I think of what Vera turns to. No offense.
How would I?
I don't know if we want to explore this thought process, Petravian.
Yeah, I'm having enough trouble not freaking out about what it might have done to me. I don't want to imagine.
That wasn't offensive till you said no offense. I hope you understand.
Yeah, what the fuck's that supposed to mean?
Okay, it's sometimes it's a little
Maybe.
horrifying
I'm
watching
not
your
turning into
jaw
a fucking
go like
spider.
this.
That'd be
It's just
disgusting.
a little off-putting.
I
my
think it's
God.
pretty cool. It's very mechanically useful.
It's a little off-putting.
It's
Rez,
so functional.
Exactly. Thank you, Lovette.
Yes, Kurla.
may I ask for a favor?
As long as you understand I have the ability to deny such favor.
I do.
Go
I-
on.
Is there any way you could help me have a word with Saluna? I beg your pardon, shit. With Valuna. Two different characters. I cocked that one up, didn't I?
Well, we got to go back to carriers. That's kind of Lovette's thing.
Is there any way that you could help me have a word with Valuna?
I can try, but it did not work last time.
I know. I can only ask you to try. Please.
Alright. What is the moon cycle right now?
It is currently a waxing gibbous.
Okay, it's
So it is the
waxing.
day. It's the day after the first quarter.
Okay, that's pretty good actually.
Well, a third. I guess you would say the day after the third quarter.
Okay.
If that makes sense. So you're on your way toward a
Full moon.
full moon. Yes. No, that would be first quarter. I'm sorry, I'm out of my mind. It is the day after the first quarter. You're on your way to a full moon.
Alright.
Moons.
The moon's fairly large right now. We can try today. If it doesn't work today, maybe try on the full moon.
Please.
We should do this outside later after we're done eating.
I think everyone might be done eating.
Yum,
I
yum,
love
that
this,
is
but
so-
I mean, my plate's clean, but I'm looking at everyone else's plates and just
I mean,
like,
technically, Riz didn't even touch their own, so it's fucking fine.
Lovette is hiding her plate under the table, in spite of the fact that you just know about everything that's going on in the Bardo. The whole
just-
plate is just on her lap.
Just so it is clear, you will hit the full moon on this leg of the journey before you get to the Greater Wall. So, if you do need to wait for the full moon, that is possible.
We'll see how tonight goes.
Okay.
All right. Jiro, I will be with you after then. Or you're welcome to watch. You've never seen my magic in play. They shrug.
Jiro will nod. Yeah.
Yep, and thank you for your patience. I know a lot of this is complete gibberish to you in terms of not knowing all the weirdness that's been going on for the last however many months and years with us. So thank you for your patience and understanding.
Jiro will nod and then sign something to you, Kurla, but it doesn't make any sense to you. Riz, you can see that he's saying, "It's okay. I understand this is important to you. And if there's anything you need, let me know."
Alright. Do we want
Oh,
to do
yep.
this now?
Yeah, please, because
Alright. You got
I
it.
want to do this before I try and do anything else with Verla.
Okay. Well, I'll talk to you all if you're still awake when we come back, but if not, have a wonderful evening. Sweet
Thank you,
dreams,
Al.
everyone.
Thank you all for bearing with me. It means a lot.
Heel to de mas en bouw is je Kurla. If you need anything, don't be afraid to ask.
I know I've got a worse personality than Chisel, but for fuck's sake, I do actually care about all of you. And there's nothing I wouldn't do to keep all of you safe and alive. I hope you all know that.
Sorry, Skrewy's expression was amazing.
I missed it. Why are you... What the hell are you... Oh, Chisel. You don't like the Chisel insults. Even though he's a little ass that you...
Suplex.
Yes,
Suplex.
but yes, but still.
If we were to go outside and kill him now, we would have a better meal than was just
Oh,
prepared.
fuck off.
No,
We
he
could
would be
just get a new
tough.
chisel.
He would be
Anyway,
fucking
Venison.
tough.
Venison is lean.
Yeah. He would be real fucking tough, I
But
think.
lean often is tougher.
And delicious.
Not if
Well.
you don't cook it with the right amount of moistness.
Kurla will head for the exit before anyone can kind of say anything in response to that, because it's a little bit embarrassing.
Okay, so
Yeah, Riz is already
Kurla,
out.
Kurla, as you leave the Vardo, Jiro will follow behind, a few paces behind you.
I probably don't
So-
even notice, because he's just that damn stealthy.
Oh,
But this was,
So
this
the
was
three of you-
a gift from my sister. You hear as as you exit.
Yeah, and it splits down your friggin' mouth and just turns into.
It's functional. It's beautiful in that sense. It doesn't care
Okay,
about.
I mean,
Door
Door
closed.
closes.
meanwhile,
Great.
outside, Riz, you and Kurla and Jiro head out, and you see Chisel kind of plopped out about 10 paces away from the Vardo, just sitting there, like looking at the Vardo, and you're not sure what he's thinking, but his beady little eyes are planning something.
Kurla will walk over for just a moment and just pat and sort of stroke his head a couple of times, because they've got on well in the past for some reason.
Chisel will stand up and lean a forehead into you.
Yeah, stroke the snout.
I like how Skrewy is now. Chisel.
Head pat.
After that,
Do
he
you
will.
just want head pat Skrewy?
Well, who doesn't?
Okay, fuck yes, I
Yeah.
would. I honestly quite.
Who doesn't
Do
want
you
a
not
head
get
pat?
Yes.
head pats enough, honey?
Who does? There's
No,
such
no one
thing
gets
as
enough head pats.
Oh.
So
I got a
Chisel
lot of head
will
pats, but definitely not
receive the head pats and then turn and seemingly in a much better mood, trot off into the night,
Kurla will.
leaving the three of you alone.
Yeah, head back to
Out
Riz
there.
and Jira.
Alright.
Kurla will slip a hand into under their robes and pull out the platinum symbol of Veluna that Riz gifted to them, that they've been carrying ever since.
It's going to be bigger tonight. And Riz is taking their staff and slowly they're making like a giant circle in the dirt, making a crescent moon in it and making swirls that are flowing out of it. And they kind of look over and they point to the center like you're supposed to stand there while they're doing this.
Kurla will step into the center then.
Jiro, you're welcome to as well if you want, but your choice.
Jiro will stay back and sort of nod and sign that I will stay back here in case something goes wrong.
And after Riz is done, they reach up to the sky and they pull like a beam of moonlight down into the symbol, and it fills like you would see metal filling sand when it's getting poured. And they move and they step in there with you. and they touch your forehead, and their finger moves in a semicircle like a crescent moon, and they concentrate.
Simba. I'm so
Fuck
sorry.
off.
I'm so sorry.
And they use all their fate points to attempt to connect you to Valuna.
Bless you. Thank you.
All right. So how many?
It won't let me use 0.
What?
It won't let me adjust the amount of the fate pool, just so you know.
Oh, okay.
I can't do it on my side with just numbers.
All right. How many are you using?
All of them.
All of them, every single one. Okay, cool. Alrighty. Go ahead and make me a level check, please. So D20 plus 17.
Just Riz?
Yeah, just Riz. You gotta put a /R there.
Okay, sorry. It doesn't have the little thing
Oh,
anymore.
interesting. The little thing's gone. Hold on. Yeah, you can go ahead and just type /R
I'm just gonna
space.
keep
And then,
working.
yeah, you do that, and I will see if I can get that to work again.
28.
Alrighty. 28. So you focus all of your powers, and you try to focus in on what is, this energy that you can feel kind of suffusing from the moon to the light and the night sky, from the stars down to the symbol that you've drawn, and you're kind of trying to act as a conduit between all of these things. And what you feel is this energy beaming down from the sky, and it coalesces into a voice. It's echoey and distant, like it's still far away somehow, but it speaks and it says, "What do you need?"
Riz is looking at you, Kurla.
Keller is summoning the words. The place where I am from, my sister and I were brought up to believe and venerate all the gods. And it was twisted and wrong, what we were taught. And to this day, I still don't know how much I actually believed in it, and how much was me just trying to be the good child. But my sister, she loved all the gods with all of her heart. And above all of them, she loved you the most. We would lie out and watch the stars. It's why I've carried this, and Kurla will hold the symbol, in her honor, and try and figure out if my faith was ever anything like hers, and if it ever could be again. She is torn in two, and it's up to me to put her back together. I have no right to ask anything of you. The hate that I've harbored in my heart towards the gods wrongly is something that I regret. But I will beg you on my knees, if I must, please watch out for her. Please. And if this succeeds, if she chooses, if she can move on, then please take her into your light. Please protect her. Please love her as she loved you and I loved her. and still love her.
I have always loved any and all who spread kindness in this world. But the soul you speak of is not mine to take. It belongs to another.
Who?
It belongs to you.
It shouldn't. And I don't know how to fix that.
The light of the moon grows. The silvery sheen overtakes the area you're in. And in that light, it reveals a figure nearby you, sitting on the ground. It's Verla. She's crying, and she's holding on to this ball of web, and she's looking up at you with a pleading look on her face. You can't hear her. There's no sound to any of this. But the light of the moon has revealed her sitting there near you. You hear the voice again. This being, this soul, it belongs to you.
I don't understand.
It is not mine to take.
Kurla just has this distraught look on their face, like they were not expecting this, and they don't know how to deal with that.
All I can tell you is that soul is suffering.
Then I know what I have to do. Please help me protect her.
The light of the moon fades back to normal, and the vision of your sister disappears.
And with that, the circle's light slowly dims as if there was never that light liquid in there to begin with, and the dirt kind of grazes away in a wind.
Thank you, Rez.
They just shake their head.
Angrily, or?
Just no thanks needed. But there's a
Okay.
twinge of something else, but I don't think you'd get it.
Can I make a perception check?
You can make a sense motive.
I'll make a sense motive check, okay.
This is all interpersonal, so I'm staying
Yeah,
out of it.
yeah.
Sure, I got you.
Better get ready. I've got a high DC.
That is a 24.
Oh shit.
Give me a second to bluff.
Okay.
Fuck off, I can do what I want. I don't know what else to do because it's not technically bluffing. They're just hiding something. So I'd assume that'd be under bluff.
Let me bluff. Oh, shit,
Fuck off, it's a
son.
40.
Well played.
Oh,
All right,
shit.
well, as always, your motives remain opaque to Kurla.
We can
or
talk about it during checkpoint.
Semi-opaque. Well,
Oh,
Kurla
shit.
will turn to where they saw Verla in the light of the moon.
In the pale moonlight, yeah.
In the pale moonlight. Dancing with the spider. Devil. Anyway, Kurla will take a deep breath and begin murmuring under their breath and moving their fingers in weaving motions as they cast Speak with Soul, except I apparently don't have enough charges of it, which is weird because I'm pretty sure I had 7 of 7. And now I have 0 of 7.
Oh, that's odd.
Have you... It
Have
might have
you
been
been
'cause of the
resting
level up.
properly, Kurla?
Yeah, have you been resting every time we've been told it's another day?
Yeah,
Are
I
you
swear.
getting your rest?
It was at
Like,
7
been
of
sleeping
7
okay?
when I rolled it like 20 minutes ago, so I don't know what happened.
All right, well, it's at 6 of 7 now.
Thank you, Beardy. All right.
Yep.
That was the cost. That was the unspoken cost from that which hunkers they used
Well-
up your spell slots for today.
Kurla,
Oh, no.
having gone figuratively limp with their attempt to cast that spell, will try again.
All right, you cast Speak with Soul, and again, Verla's image appears before you, and she's right where you just saw her, holding on to this cocoon, for lack of a better term, and she's crying, and she looks at you, and she speaks, and this time you can hear her. Please, Kurla, it hurts.
I'm so sorry, Verla. I'm so sorry. Kurla will kneel next to them and just reach out as if to embrace them.
Of course, your hand passes right through Verla. Your
Right.
hand just feels cold passing through the spirit.
What does it do? I mean, reaching out to embrace both them and the package
Oh,
that
I see.
they're
Okay.
holding.
When you touch this cocoon, on the other hand, there is some ply to, like, there's some pushback from it. It is actually, there's some tactile response there. This is a semi-real thing. So you get the feeling that you can probably tear it open if you wanted to. You could probably open this thing up.
Kurla will whisper, "Damn you," under their breath. And it's fairly clear, contextually, just whom they're damning, I would hope. Fuck you, that which hungers. They
Oh, I was
think
gonna say
as they
Verla.
Yeah,
as
it's like,
they
wow, Verla's just,
tear-
damn.
as they tear the thing open.
All right, so as you tear it open, from inside this cocoon, there is the most pure white light you have ever seen. Something that just feels so pristine. It's unlike anything you've ever seen before. Have you ever seen an angel?
Probably?
Has Kurla ever seen an angel? Or sorry, Kurla. Has Kurla ever seen an angel?
Probably
not.
no. I can't
Okay.
say that Kurla has. I thought you were asking me directly, and I'm like, well, that's...
That's a
I feel like
loaded
that's a
question.
loaded question.
Yeah.
I mean, I have seen a
So
devil
it's-
dancing in the pale.
There's no devils here. Only elder beings and weird
And they weren't
spellcasters.
dancing.
I
No.
can't think of a context in which Kurla would have seen an
Okay.
angel.
Well, in that case, then this is the most pure light you have ever seen. It has an otherworldly quality that you can't quite put your finger on. But as you tear this thing open, this light is going to come out of this cocoon. The cocoon is going to effectively crumble and vanish into nothing. And this light is going to envelop Verla, and the two of these things are going to fuse into one. And Verla goes silent and kind of curls into a fetal position as this light is enveloping them, and then a moment later, instead of seeing your sister there, it is now simply this nimbus of white light just hovering there in front of you.
V?
There's no response.
V?
So, aside from the ball of light in front of you, the Speak with Soul spell just reveals that. So the cocoon is gone, and it's just the two of you.
Kurla will reach out to it as if to try to touch it.
All right. As you touch it, you get the idea that you can. You have a couple of options here with what you can do to manipulate this. You feel that you can either try to, cast like any kind of raise spell on it to bring it back, or you can release it. You feel that somehow you own this, like on a cosmic level, and you can turn it loose. Like that's something you can do with this. You can, I wouldn't say sever your connection to it, but you can end your hold over it, if that makes more sense. So you can let it go into the universe, or you can hold on to it. It's up to you.
That's kind of what I've been trying to ask. What I was trying to ask for Luna to do. If I did release it into the universe, that was kind of what I was aiming to ask for Luna to take care of.
Mm-hmm.
But now you get to.
But I'm not at a point where I can do the resurrection yet, so...
Could Kurla always just keep it with them for now?
You don't have true resurrection?
Do I get the sense that if I speak with soul, it's going to remain with me? Do I get any sense of whether or not this is an...
Yeah, you can keep it with you. I mean, it's effectively, I guess for lack of a better word, it's asleep.
Okay.
But
Well,
it is tethered to you in a cosmic sense.
having touched it and realized that I am now at this crossroads of decision, and that they're not going to get to talk to Vera again, at least not until they're resurrected. If they go that route, they will release the spell. They will stop speak with soul.
Okay.
And table that decision for the future.
All right. In that case, you end the spell, and the vision of this nimbus of light disappears, and you are once again in the night. Standing next to you are Riz, and over a little further away is Jiro.
Riz limped
Watching
away
silently.
to Jiro, actually. Yeah, they limped away. They don't... Whenever they've used all their fate points, they're usually worse for the wearer.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Kurla will turn back to them and just slowly walk over. We've done all I can for now. She's not suffering. She's whole again.
Jiro will sign something, but it's dark, and also you don't understand his language, so it doesn't really help.
Is there anything that I can do for either of you? Kurla will ask this, having kind of seen that, as Riz usually does after all of the fate points, they look a little bit worse for wear, a little bit more haggard, you said.
I just need to wait, as I usually do.
Alright.
Just if you do want to sever your connection with it eventually, picking a god might be good to help. I know it's asking a lot to tether yourself to another god, but it will keep your powers of actually helping people.
I understand. I don't... I don't hate them as I once did, Rez. The hatred is just for that which hunkers at this point. I've learned a lot traveling with you and meeting them. I don't love them as you do, but a time may come when I could serve one if it meant that I could keep helping people.
If that is
So-
what you want.
We'll see. For now, I think I should probably get some sleep. This all happened rather quickly.
Did it?
Feels like it did. Years and years and years, and then suddenly one night it all just changes.
I see. Riz looks
Thank
like
you.
they're kind of far away in the conversation anyways.
Thank you for your help, Rez. Thank you for always being here for me. There's nothing that I wouldn't do for you, and I hope you know that.
Don't say something like that.
I wouldn't say it if I didn't mean it, Rez.
You don't know what the risks saying something like that would mean. As kind as the sentiment is. Be careful
would you-
who you say things like that too.
If I can't say it to you, Rez, then who can I say it to?
Your sister.
Well, that's a given. It's what you do for family, right?
They shrug.
Good night, Rez.
Good night, Kurla.
And Kurla will turn and re-enter the Vardo, and if anyone is still assembled in the room,
Yeah, Lovette's actually been like anxiously sitting in front of the fire.
Oh, how'd you go?
it's
Did you learn anything new?
it's done.
It's
I
done?
put the
She's
pieces
back?
back together. And apparently, from all that I could see, it was pure. So I now have to decide if I'm gonna try to bring her back or if I'm gonna let go. But it's ultimately it's on me as I expected it would be.
Wow, that's great. Huge podcast in one night.
It hasn't really sunk in, to be honest with you.
I can't blame you there. I wouldn't for me so. What happened?
I had a word with a moon deity, and then I cast Speak with Soul again, whatever, that seems a good name for it.
That's confusing to me, but whatever. Oh,
It's... She begged me for help, and what? At the end of the day, what am I gonna do? I see my sister suffering, and I try and do something that I think will help with that. That's all I can do.
it's great.
Thanks for waiting up.
Yes, of course. I just wanted to make sure it goes well.
I meant what I said earlier, embarrassing though it was. I want to be here for all of you. I want to help you if I can with anything that I can help you with, and with the way things are going, I'm getting more and more powerful. Maybe I can help you with some of the things that you've lost.
I don't think. I wasn't really thinking about anything I lost about getting it back. I'm not sure that's on this table anymore, but thank you.
If it's something that you decide you want to explore, I know how dangerous hope can be, but I'm not trying to give you any
Explore.
false hope, but
Yes.
I'm sorry.
I've explored. I've experimented quite a bit now.
I mean, we were all in college once.
What? Well, yeah. I
Sorry.
mean,
No, you weren't, Kurla. You're a liar.
what do you mean they kicked me out? That's. Oh.
Sorry, that's just yeah. We'll nix that. Rewind 10 seconds.
I can
You've
only
you've
do
exper you've experimented. Oh, all right, but
Wait, I mean. Yeah. Thank
you
you.
haven't.
I mean, I know how bad this can go. Wait, why don't we just leave it outside?
All right.
Oh, that's probably to sleep.
Well, they'll say, and then we'll go back to her workshop and most likely not sleep.
Yeah, Kurla's gonna head into their room and just lie on their bed. And they're not gonna try and communicate with that which hungers in the same way they did earlier, but they are gonna say to themselves, kind of directed, knowing that that which hungers might be able to hear them, or suspecting. Well, you got what you want. And they will leave it at that.
They always do.
Does Kurla still have this like rising feeling of like something wanting to burst forth?
Yes. That power is still simmering inside them.
Like
What happens when they go to sleep?
like tiny
Take
spider
some
babies?
antacids. You'll
Oh,
feel
they're
better.
not sleeping right now.
Xeno.
They're just lying on the bed, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much rest they're going to get tonight.
Just take something to deal with indigestion. You should feel a lot better.
And a
Anyone got any
Xanax.
Ambien?
Take some
I could use
NyQuil.
some. A little bit of Ambien, a little bit of diphenhydramine.
I'm sure mixing
Excellent.
all this medication will be healthy.
Oh, absolutely. I'll
obviously,
wake
yeah.
up a week from now in the Elegant Olive, and one of the lightning blades will be beside me, and, well,
Which one?
did I say one? I'm sorry, all of them will be beside me. Anyway,
So, outside?
so what is everyone else doing?
Oh, Vera probably just went to bed, so
All right.
Outside?
Well, in that case.
Please? Please?
Oh.
Riz is still
Oh.
outside.
Oh, okay. In that case, meanwhile, outside, Jiro and Riz are kind of standing there in the moonlight after this has just taken place. Jiro will be speaking, of course, in sign language.
And Riz will be trying to sign back. It's still very new to them, so they'll fumble quite a bit as they sign to him. But they're talking at the same time as they're signing.
Mm-hmm. So he'll start with, "That was an interesting experience.
How much did you actually see?
Not much. A silver light and a snippet of a word here and there."
I see.
Is
That
your friend going to be all right?
I'm never quite sure. I hope so. I scared you the other day by saying I'm from a different world.
I'm not sure if I would use the word scared, but it's certainly a strange thing to hear anyone say.
I understand. This world used to not exist on my radar until very recently. But I have been traveling world from world for as long as I can remember. It is just something I can do.
honestly sounds familiar to my own life. In a way, I'm very much from a different world as well.
Are you from Kintao? Or is there a specific place in there that you are from?
I'm from a place where it's easy to fish. Where a river meets an ocean and everyone goes to bed full. A place where there's music.
It sounds lovely.
It was.
What made you leave?
Duty, I suppose. Knowing that if a place like that is to exist, sometimes people have to leave to protect it.
I see. I carry my home with me, so...
It's a lovely home.
Which one? Which version do you prefer?
I prefer the real one. I think the food might be better there.
Ooh.
That's not a burn, actually.
Ooh.
Not at all.
Kind of a bird.
Not there is. It's different, and I don't know how to explain it to you guys except for in Checkpoint. Check it out tomorrow.
I can't.
I'm sorry, Grem. Check it out on Friday when it gets released on YouTube.
Okay.
Aw.
I'll miss you till then.
I'll miss you till then. Thank you. A lot. That means more to me than I think you may ever know. But let's go inside. I'll explain the situation with Kurla and all the things that have been happening with our group. If you'll be traveling with us, it's gonna come up, and you should know.
Jiro nods, and recognizing that you're kind of moving slowly or looking like you're in pain almost, Jiro is going to try to assist you.
They'll allow him.
Kind of putting an arm, trying to help them into the Vardo, because they're moving suddenly like a very old person.
Thank you. Thank you.
And meanwhile, back in the Vardo, the two of them get in there, and Jiro is just going to sit down in front of the fire and meditate. Like he typically do.
And Riz will keep watch for the night. But whenever he wants to talk about what's going on, Riz will clue him in.
Okay. Well, in that case, we will roll time forward. The 18th of October is a day like many other. So, in case or unless anyone has any anything else going on that day out of the ordinary, we can go back to standard travel.
Just one little thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast Sending as part of my day.
Okay.
And I am going to message Dursalos. I don't know if you need exact wording, but basically I just want to see if he's open for business again, because I've been thinking about the fact that I am now apparently smuggling people, and he's pretty good at that.
Dursalos, the caravan master?
Yeah, didn't he smuggle stuff across the border?
into Proto?
He smuggled
Yeah.
a dead body into Proto.
I mean,
Well-
yeah, he delivered a dead body. It wasn't dead when he got it.
Well, yes.
Well, kind of. I mean, he did bring the dead body of the... Yeah. So, yes, he did bring a dead body. And then another body that became a dead body. Long story. So, yeah, you can cast a sending to Dursalos.
Uh,
And you just want to ask if he's open for business?
Effectively,
Okay.
I don't really have any details for it yet because I did teleport everybody from Ventress, but I'm like, if there's more people, or if they've got stuff that they're like, what about my stuff? He's probably a good person. I was just like, I have someone who's kind of like, that's their thing. That's his trade. I don't know if it won't be able to help.
Valid
Am I
enough.
supposed- Yeah.
Okay. So what do you want him to do for you? I'm sorry.
Okay, I'll so the message is
Lovette, hope you've been well. Are you doing more transport business? I need things moved discreetly, most likely away from the direction of Porta.
Okay. You'll get a response a little bit later. Dursalos will say that he is still in business. What precisely do you need moved? Like, what cargo and where do you need it sent?
I didn't write out a second message, but I'm just gonna say like, I'm just checking for now. Details will come soon.
Okay.
Other than that, I'm just working on projects.
Alrighty. Anyone else?
Nope.
All right.
Onwards and upwards.
Unless Chisel's
So
doing something.
so the 18th goes with no real issue, and the same will be for the 19th, unless anyone has anything to interrupt. I guess
How am
is
I
there
doing
anything you
on-
guys want to do on this journey at all, out of the ordinary, or just travel?
I mostly want to get to know Jero better. Probably
Mm-hmm.
late at night when everyone's gone to sleep.
Okay. Yeah,
Since-
he'll spend
You know,
he'll
there's
spend
no-
as much time conversing with people as need be, but you get the sense that he's interested in hearing your guys' stories, but he also seems kind of reserved a little bit, and that he's kind of accepted that this is his last trip.
You're making it real rough for me, Beardy. Can't do much about it right now. Foaly, you were asking a question. I don't think it was heard.
I was gonna ask how I'm doing with fighting back those.
Oh, it's an ever-present thing. I mean, as long as you're thinking about it and like suppressing it, it can be suppressed, but it's kind of just an ever-present feeling within you.
Am I okay sleeping, or have I been
Yeah,
up
you-
for several nights now?
Now you didn't get much sleep that first night. You slept a little bit better the second night. You get the sense that influence is still within you, and you're not sure exactly what it is or what it's doing, but it's there. But it doesn't seem like it's going to just burst out of you completely. So that's
Okay.
good. So you can mostly live with it as far as things go. So it's not like crippling your ability to do anything. I mean, heck, you've been dealing with that hunger for a long time, so this is not nearly as bad.
Is it in place of the hunger, or is it
No.
just?
Oh, it's
Okay.
still there.
I thought
This is in tandem.
that's just the way that was worded. I wasn't sure.
Hmm.
So we have 8 days of travel.
Correct.
Then that means I will at least finish one of my things by the time we get to where we're going.
Okay, what were you working
Sorry.
on?
First one on the list was Archie's Amulet of Mighty Fists,
Okay.
Nice.
+2. So that's 8,000 gold for me to spend.
Sock 'em robots.
Mhm.
Yes.
That episode's in season 1, Skrewy.
Yes,
And,
I know, but oh, okay. He'll have a power fist.
What's up?
Not
Sorry.
quite.
Uh,
What day will that finish on? Just out of curiosity.
well, it takes it's 8,000 gold for me to do, so it's 8 days, or
Oh, so you'll finish it literally when you arrive.
literally when I arrive, yeah.
Okay. Cool.
But-
Cool.
Not after.
Okay. Well, anyone have anything else they'd like to do during this journey?
I think we're good.
Pray
I
to the
think-
left for us.
I
Pray
can't
to
think
eat.
of anything.
I think Kurla will be making more of an effort to sort of chat with people and just try and be a little bit more.
Offhandedly look for Plu.
A little bit more friendly to the extent that they're able. That they're making an effort.
Okay.
I hope to think that every couple of days, Petravian's just like, what happened to Plu? And then it gets distracted by something. And then we get like a violin sting as it zooms into just some object in the background, like a tree.
Well, that is going to take us then to the 22nd of October. You guys are well on your way to the Greater Wall. And that night, around dinner time, just as a question, normally is Archie deployed?
We haven't put him
typically-
on the map, but I'd like to think so.
Okay. So if he is in the Vardo, like in his room, you're going to hear, like as you guys are gathered for the evening meal, you hear a bunch of commotion in Archie's room. Like you hear stuff moving, like being not necessarily knocked over, but like being pushed around in Archie's room.
Oh no.
Well, I mean, Rizzle not be okay with that noise and start figuring out what's going on.
Yeah, Kurla's gonna get up and go towards the door as well, because Archie is their friend.
You doing okay there, buddy? What's
What's
the
going
cloud
on?
about?
I
So
can
as you
hear
open
him.
as you open the door, Lovette, you see Archibald in his room, and he has kind of taken his art supplies and the stuffed animals and all the other bits and bobs in there, and he's kind of like laying them down and like stacking them and pushing them, and he's trying to like put them in as small of space as possible and kind of getting them up in a corner of the room, just kind of clearing out space. And even the bed is like pushed up against a wall, like he's just kind of pushing everything into a corner as you walk in there.
Okay, buddy, what is going on? This has just been going on for a bit now, and it's time we talk about it.
There was an inefficiency in this space.
So when has that been an issue for you? Creativity is not create inefficiency?
It was an inefficient use of the space. Now there is more room for maintenance.
I'll see about it. Come on, talk to me. What is going on?
I do not understand your question.
Why not?
You have asked what is going on.
Yes.
I have already explained it.
I'm going to address you in abstraction until you. What? Oh. This
Is
is
my
not
reasoning flawed?
What isn't?
You're different.
You've been acting differently for a while. Ever since. I don't know, last time. I mean, you were fine when we left Prota. What happened?
Lovette,
I am functioning normally.
he's
I'm
been
not mad
different
at-
for a while before that.
I don't.
It's
I
just
don't know
getting
if-
worse.
Something has seemed a little off with him.
We can ask someone for help.
No, there's no one who can help.
Are you sure about that?
I mean, the only person who can help is dead now. I've been trying to do
Voska
everything
can
I
help.
can. Voska did he not build him? I didn't build.
Voska is the god of creation.
Yes,
You think he would not have a mind on this?
I don't know. I don't know what the god has an opinion on.
Does it hurt
I'd
to
have a-
try?
I heard those things I thought they'd know to try. Let us hear.
If we do not try at all, this is going to get worse.
I am functioning normally. Why is everyone upset?
Archie, how are you feeling?
I do not understand your question.
Archibald,
That's why I'm upset.
do you feel joy?
I do not understand your question. I'm functioning normally.
Do you feel despair? Do you worry that your friends are too small?
No, I am functioning normally.
Archie.
I do not understand.
He looks directly at Lovette.
Master, why are they upset?
It's like every step I take forward, I tumble the whole staircase back. I don't know what to do anymore.
Let me try. Please let me try to help.
Have I done something incorrectly?
Oh,
I don't think so.
you've done very well, Archibald. But please don't put those things away. I want to make sure that we can improve your creative skills.
Very well. I will return the room to how it was.
You can leave it however you like it.
Archie begins unpacking everything in the room and putting it back to where it was.
Shit, a lot of unpack to do.
Archie, when was the last time you used any of the art supplies?
I do not recall.
Do we have to keep doing this? We have to keep asking questions? Can we just... What do you want to do?
I'm just trying to figure out how long this has been happening.
Yeah, I don't know.
That was my only reason for the question. I'm just worried about him, that's all.
Yeah, I'm worried too. There's plenty of worry to go around. I don't think we should worry. What is your solution this reason?
And Riz has walked over to their fireplace, and their hands are moving, and it's adjusting in size and volume, and it's becoming a forge.
Yes.
As they're moving it and melding it to their will.
Oh, I love that.
And in the rocks, right above the flames, is Voska's symbol. And they turn to Lovette. It's time to talk.
Okay,
Take my hand.
take it.
And they kind of interweave their hand with yours to kind of make up the hands of the symbol. And they use all their fate points for the day.
This should be a shirt.
They use all their fate points for the
And
day.
I use all my fate points for the day.
And they're all gone. Again. And I call on Voska as the flames burst out from the forge, licking our legs and flowing up our bodies to only us. Voska, I beseech you, in your Creator's will, aid us in the mystery we have for this creation and how we may solve this. Please.
Please help me. Help them. Help my boy.
Call out to him. Call out to him, Lovette.
Oscar, please. Help me.
The flames from the forge are sweltering. The room has become very, very hot, even to anyone not near it, but especially to Lovette and Riz. And within those flames and the dancing tongues of fire in there, you hear a voice ring out. It sounds close and also kind of jovial.
It has been a while, Riz.
It hasn't really been that while, like a couple weeks.
I suppose time works differently for everyone.
It's ever present and yet not. It's kind of how I like it.
It's subjective. But anyway, I've peeled myself away from my workshop. What is it that you need?
I'm sorry. I don't like to beg him or ask for help, really, but I don't know what to do. I don't want to lose him. I don't know what's happening to Archibald. He's returning, he's guessing.
Your friend, Archibald. He's bleeding. Best way I can put it.
What happened? Why?
I suppose a way to look at it is that he, in a way, was running on divine energy, and it's, well, his battery's draining.
He's what? Are you saying he's dying?
Not exactly, but he's certainly less than he was. And eventually that battery will run out, and he'll be a bit
What
more...
do I do to stoke it, to recharge him? I don't mean to ask so much, but I can't lose him. He's all I have.
I suppose through building things, and anything is possible. I suppose you could find some way to stoke that bark again, to recharge that battery. It wouldn't be easy. It would be something that you would have to devote yourself to, create such a device. Something you'd really have to work on. It wouldn't be easy. It would be the task of a lifetime.
Anything, fine. Anything.
If you're willing to commit yourself to creation, to making something like that, I can help you. I can give you a pointer here or there, or at least get you started along the way.
Lovette's like fallen to her knees.
Please stay.
You don't have to do that.
I'm sorry. I'm
We're just having a conversation after all.
it's a bit of a stilling moment for me.
I'm not one for the knees and the begging. I think that's more of my siblings.
That's good. It's not really my style.
Riz holds a hand down to you to help you out.
Thank you.
Their eyes are glowing as this is all happening.
Besides, there's a kinship here. We're both makers.
Girls.
I'll think on your problem and get you started on the path, alright?
Yes. Thank you so much.
Anything else you need?
No. I mean,
Riz takes out a little whittled horse and places it in the fire.
It burns away immediately, like it was being sent somewhere else.
Thank you.
Of course. It was good seeing you again, Riz. Don't be a stranger.
I hope you like the present.
It's lovely. I'll put it on the shelf with the rest of them. A lot of horses.
I'm really good at it.
Houses.
I mean, some of them are differently painted.
True, but you could try to venture out from horse, but, you know, honestly, it's whatever you're in your heart, so if you feel like making horses, don't let me stop you.
I'm just saying I have a lot of horses here.
It's a lot of horses.
The shelf
It's
is
low.
almost all horses, except for like one, which is like a circle that's painted. Like
I'm pretty sure you just fucked up making a horse, but, but I'm gonna count it as a point.
I won't be a stranger.
Good. Well, then I'll leave you two to it. Don't worry, Lovette. I'll have your first step, phase 1, if you will, soon.
Of course we do have to kind of save the world right now, so I'd hope that does not contradict Lazel.
Well, we can always multitask.
Okay, yes, of course. I can do that.
You do it
Save the
often.
world and rebuild your friend. It should be fine. How hard
it's
can
not-
it be?
Yeah.
For a
I've
god?
met bigger houses before. Okay, I won't take up any more of your time. Your time. Thank you.
And Riz's hand is already moving, calming the flames and pushing them back into the forge. And
Alright,
once they're back there, they fall over.
Gosh, I was just. Oh my gosh, please!
Luckily, Jiro was standing right next to you, or rather, sort of behind you. And I'm going to give him a reflex save to catch you.
Cool, because I would have smushed Lovette otherwise. Sorry, Lovette.
Uh,
I have a strength of 5, I understand.
yeah. It's like he succeeds that one.
Okay, cool.
Oh gosh, I was such a dweeb. I feel like I embarrassed myself in front of a god.
Look, he's actually really chill. So
I noticed that. It just made me feel more embarrassed because I was being still extremely naughty.
he's like he's like a cool uncle to me.
Yeah, I just kind of should talk to the good uncle when it's about something else other than my boy's mental deterioration.
But is it okay?
I mean, there's hope. Thank you so much, Lisa.
You're welcome.
I owe you big time.
Archie's head will kind of like lean down into the doorway. He'll call out, "I have completed the task given, Master. The room has been returned to its previous state."
Stab.
Seriously,
Just
right
go
in the
give his
heart.
head a hug. Not say anything, just hug him.
I will take that I have performed the function adequately.
You've done wonderful, Archie. You're always wonderful.
Very well. If you have further need of me, you may reactivate me at your whim. And Archie will collapse down into a ball.
Stab.
Boy.
It's so sad.
I'm not crying here, you're crying. I want to talk
You're
about
crying.
Why crying?
Oh my god. That was
And-
rough.
With that, we're going to take a short break.
See you guys in 15-ish.
I think I need one.
And we are back. Do.
Welcome back.
I've had time to dry my tears.
We had time enough to dry tears.
Can you give me a recap of what just happened earlier this episode, Beardy?
Sure will. So far in the episode, Kurla has spoken with that which hungers and has been given Verla's soul back as a gift. As a gift with no strings attached. And also received an as of yet unknown, unnamed extra boon that Kurla has so far refused to entertain. Has refused to just acknowledge.
Kurla's not good at receiving gifts.
No, not at all. So some time passed. Kurla talked with people about what to do about the other half of Furla's soul. Spoke with Voluna, the god of the moon, night, and dreams. And after having, seen the kind of pain that Verla was in, being kind of kept apart, Kurla decided to reunite the two halves and has one pure soul currently tethered to them, with the option to release that soul into the afterlife, so should they so choose. So currently they have that soul kind of in tether, and also a couple days passed while they were traveling, and the group has determined that Archie is definitely malfunctioning. He seems to be losing his divine spark, and after talking with Voska, the god of creation and making, not the main creator god, it's in the wiki.
It's complicated. Check it out.
It's complicated. Check out the wiki.
Be confused with us.
Be confused with all of us. But Voska's like, yeah, dude, your robot's bleeding. It's gonna drain out at some point, but don't worry, we can fix this. It's just gonna be kind of hard. So he's gonna work on some schematics and get that information back to you guys in due time to hopefully get a solution to correct Archie permanently.
Yay!
That's pretty much where we left off.
Yep.
So
I see Lovette crying on the floor.
Yes.
We enter this scene.
Just face down on the floor in a puddle of tears.
there's this Archie's orb is just sitting there next to them.
So anyone just approaches him, oh, what's up? Hi.
Are any characters approaching Lovette?
Riz is kind of on the couch / being cared for by Jiro right now.
Yeah, that's true.
They're out.
You're pretty out of it.
Mm-hmm. As is usually the case after contacting a god, it is incredibly draining for Riz.
I think Kurla is preparing tea for whoever wants it.
I guess Vera will approach Lovette.
Oh, you're approaching me.
I have to get closer to care for the shit out of you.
Let me hug you.
Lovette, are you all right?
I don't know. I don't really feel anything right now.
Well, it sounds like you might be able to really help. But it seems like this isn't permanent.
Yeah. I mean, who are you gonna believe if not a god, right?
Well, I mean, you have a god on your side. That's a lot, I'd assume.
I guess it's just something I don't have to worry about when we take care of these. Not think about these mental well-being as much. So it's just fewer distractions, right?
I mean, probably. But I'm mostly worried about you. Are you okay? Are you gonna be okay?
I don't know. I don't really feel anything right now at all. Just kind of numb. Thank you, though.
Yeah, Vera will just stay there, kind of crouched down, hand slightly on Lovette's back.
I don't know, just absorb the moment. I don't think Lovette's gonna go anywhere for a bit. Yeah.
Maybe you should sit down for a bit.
I guess so. I've been worried about this for a while now. You know, actually, I think I should go lie down. I will talk to Olivia in the morning.
Vera will nod.
Just head to bed and probably not sleep.
Oh no, they're back to their usual shit. Oh fuck.
I look at my watch.
I know, I told you.
Fuck.
Kurla is gonna hand out tea because there's enough of me and Kurla that my instinct when something is completely fucked and there's nothing to do about it to fix it is to make tea and hand it round. Never mind, have a cup of tea is the English lifestyle.
Yeah, Vera will stand back up, look to Petra, and kind of shrugs like, I don't know what to do.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, that's not the. Nope. No. I'm not trained. No.
Well, in either case, we have to get moving.
Was it morning or
Let's
evening?
have a cup of
It's-
first.
It's morning, right?
I thought it was evening.
It was
was
evening. We
saying
waited till the evening of the 22nd.
Oh, okay. That
Oh,
works.
okay.
It's like I live in B time. I don't know. I don't understand you people.
No time like the present. Let's go.
Well, I guess we should all get to bed then.
Yes.
I guess, since there's no daylight anymore. Ugh.
Since there's nothing else to say,
Thanks, Ammon.
we should probably move the plot along.
All right. Well, in that case, we will move some time along then. So, y'all are heading further on toward the wall.
Actually, before I go to bed, Vera will peek out and go to the like sofa. Are they going to be okay?
Which one?
You.
Oh, shit. Maybe?
Oh yeah, I'm not actually asleep. Sorry. You know, I should have taken care of that. You okay, Liz? You did go for me and I just walked up.
Like, do you need some water or something?
Yeah, anything.
They pull their pipe out of their cloak and they just light it.
Okay.
And they just start smoking.
Okay. Vera just
Shooby.
goes away.
Yeah. Sorry.
Good night.
Good night.
Sleep.
All right.
They look
Well.
at Jiro for a moment. Do you want like a room while you're here? I can make one for you.
Jiro shakes his head no. And then we'll start signing. There's not really any point.
Bullshit.
We don't have the production budget.
I don't really need a room. This is fine, unless I'm intruding on your space.
Absolutely not. You're always welcome here. My
Then
home
this
is
is
open
fine.
to yours.
Staying by the fire is fine for me. A place to sit quietly and meditate is all I really require.
If that's all you need. Just let me know if you need anything else, okay?
Of course, I do need to speak with the group before we arrive at the wall. There's some information that might be useful.
How many more days do we have of that?
3 more?
Let's talk tomorrow night.
Alright.
Do you mind if I just right here for tonight?
It's your Vardo.
It's your space.
It seems like that's really draining for you. Has it always been that hard?
Only for other people. It depends. I feel like it's a... I don't know. I always get tired when I use that power. All of it. It's just... When it happens all at once, it's like... someone punched me in the gut and I lost all lung air, you know?
I see. Well,
Sometimes
hope
I
that
handle
you-
it better than other times. That's all.
he'll sign that he hopes you have some time to rest then, until the next time you have to use that power. It seems that it really drains you.
If I am needed, I will do what it takes.
He says he's familiar with a life of service, so nothing new there. So he expected you to be a bit more of a free spirit and not be held to some sort of duty like that.
Only for these folks, and maybe the gods.
He'll nod and sort of sit there quietly and keep Riz company until I don't know if they drift to sleep or not.
Honestly, I think they forget to cast Keep Watch, so they fall asleep for the night.
What? That's
I know,
crazy.
it's crazy. Who does that? Who just sleeps? Not me.
No, not Riz. Because
You're the
when Riz
crazy
sleeps,
stupid
Riz has
that Riz has.
terrible nightmares.
Oh, fuck.
Nice.
Fuck, I was joking.
Jinx me.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Mm.
since you went to sleep and therefore had a dream, no, you don't really have
Oh,
a crazy dream. Sorry, it was a
you
fake out.
bitch.
It was a fake out. You don't really have a crazy dream. What you do have is a kind of an uncomfortable sleep on a like seated position on a sofa, kind
Oh
of.
no, they laid down.
Oh,
On the
lay down on the sofa.
It's a long
Right, I see.
sofa.
Oh, I didn't know. Oh, there's enough room. Okay,
Oh yeah,
cool.
that's like a little bit bigger than a love seat. Are they called love seats?
Oh,
A two-seater, yeah.
Yeah, those things.
Okay.
I don't know. I haven't played The Sims in a while.
You did have this dream where
That's-
your
That's what
large
furniture's from,
intestinal-
right? The Sims.
Only The Sims, guys.
Yeah, that's where furniture is from. It's from The Sims.
That's it.
That style of
it.
sofa is just making me think of Titanic and imagining Riz laid out on it and Jiro sort of sketching and yeah. I was the only one whose mind went there.
I
Disturbing
guess
mental image.
when you said that, I assumed that like somehow the sofa was drifting in the ocean.
There's room
And
for
Riz
both
was
of
on
you
top
on
of
it,
the
damn it.
sofa. Jiro was clinging to the side, and it's like signing. There's honestly plenty of room on this thing for both of us.
That works too.
Can I please get on? Yeah.
I mean, you did have that one weird dream where you had like your large intestine as a grappling hook and all the colors were inverted. But like that's it, yeah. Well, I mean, you know, it's just like part of it.
Yeah, I mean,
What the
everybody has that dream.
fuckity fuck?
What?
Anyways, the next morning, the next
Yeah.
travel day.
Yeah. So then, Riz, you wake up and there's a blanket on you that wasn't there before, but we'll skip that and continue on. So, the next day, travel goes much as it had the previous times, and eventually, you all will. What's up?
Nothing. I was just saying these moments are so sweet. I don't want to skip them, you bitch.
but you're asleep.
I know.
Yeah.
We wake up eventually.
No, we don't. It's the end of the season.
Nope.
Fuck off,
Rip
all
all
of
of us.
you.
Episode 50, more like episode final.
Wow. All right.
What a crazy turn. So where are we in relation to the Great Wall currently on the Obador map?
Well, on the Obador map, you all have made it a little bit further. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're about 5 or 6 days in, so you're something about there roughly. So you've made it 2/3 of the way to the wall.
Did we go through
So-
the through the forest, or do we go around the?
Oh no, no,
Okay, I
you
was gonna
went
say.
around that. No, that's the jagged torrents. You
That's
don't go
Beaver
there.
Territory, isn't
You
it?
don't
Nobody
go
goes
in
there.
the Weaver territory.
No, nobody goes in that
Mm-mm.
forest.
Without
if they can help it.
flamethrowers.
I mean, I
Not
don't think we
without-
could take any weavers nowadays, but sure.
That's true. I mean, they're pretty much beneath you, so you could just go in there. You guys want to go in there and fight some weavers?
You know who couldn't take weavers was
I mean,
Ruby's
I-
parents.
I'd rather do it now than later when Archie has feelings again.
I'm definitely feeling in the mood to kill some spiders, but we do have a world to save, so.
Yeah.
I mean,
Might be on the way
guess.
back. Depends
Yeah.
how it goes. We'll show up in Kintow and they're like, oh yeah, we got that other half of the mega spell for you here. And we're like, oh wow, we saved a ton of time. Let's go kill some weavers.
Mhm. So yeah, why
Just
not,
for the
right?
fun of it.
Yeah,
I'm sure that's how it'll go. Things are gonna
Mhm.
go great.
exactly. There's gonna be a dude on the on your side of the wall, just waiting there with a scroll that says, "Here's the spell." Like, we heard you guys were coming. Like,
Yeah, we
our-
didn't
our
want
best
you to
buddy-
come in, so we came out here to give it to you.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
our
they're
best
gonna be
buddy-
like, don't even let them in the door. Just give them the spell, send them on their way.
Yeah,
And
Jiro
Jiro
is
doesn't
like,
have to
oh.
die.
Our
Yeah,
best
Jiro's
buddy
like,
Jiro
"That's
phoned ahead. It's all good. Here's
Mhm,
the spell.
mhm.
Just and we even wrote out exactly how it works. No big deal. If you need any help, we'll just stick around here. Whenever you need.
Yep.
All right.
Jiro, kill yourself. All right. Transaction complete.
Did technically tell them how to get in there, so
Like I didn't want to.
You know what has to happen.
what the fuck is happening? Anyways, we travel.
Mm-hmm.
What?
So the following night, the party gathers around the table to have their evening meal. And at some point, Jiro is going to try to get everyone's attention, probably by like tapping on their glass with the knife. Kind of makes some noise.
Yes?
Yes, Jiro?
He's going to sign something that really only Riz is going to be able to properly. Well, those who have taken sign language as a skill or as a language are going to be able to understand him.
I did.
And
I did
he's-
drink some
he's
honey
going to-
once.
You know?
Yeah.
Should take a point of linguistics at this level, but I didn't think about that.
So he's going to start signing, and he's going to say, we should really discuss what's going to happen in the near future with the wall.
And
There are some defenses there that you'll want to know about.
Riz is repeating best they can. It might be a little choppy when they're repeating it, just because they're still new at it. But they're translating for him as he's talking.
It says that the Emperor's army stands to defend at all times. They never sleep, they never rest. They are enchanted warriors that will fight to the last to prevent anyone from entering uninvited. Getting in is going to be difficult unless we can make contact with one of the prefects. The wall has administrators that stay in various places. If we can find one of these administrators and speak with them, they may be able to let us pass. But it's going to be a challenge to convince them. As you know, it's forbidden for anyone not of Eastern blood to enter the Kintow. So, if anyone has any questions, I can try to answer what I am aware of.
I'm sorry, I didn't even thought. Oh, gee, you said, but it sounds like we would have to find one of these prefects at our destination, unless they're here. How do we contact them and get this permission?
The prefects themselves are posted on the wall at various checkpoints. There's usually one at the main gate, but getting their attention is going to be interesting.
Okay.
For all we know, the prefect could be somewhere else, or asleep, or doing a task at the time, and we may not be at their post. And if that's the case, we'll only find soldiers, and they won't be interested in speaking.
Are these soldiers golems?
I suppose that's one way to call them, yes. They are made of earth, and they are tireless, sleepless, and powerful.
That sounds extraordinarily expensive.
I don't understand. As far as I'm aware, they didn't cost anything.
State funds! Ugh, cheating.
The Emperor scooped them from the ground and formed them with his hands. In ancient times.
Yes, that is part of making a golem.
So cool. Sorry. History.
He shaped them to defend the Empire. There wasn't any gold involved. He simply willed them to be.
Well, I mean, yes, if you have the materials on hand, then I suppose the cost of the materials is kind of immaterial, but so is this point.
In a way, I'm somewhat envious that you'll be able to, if you succeed, have an audience with him, perhaps.
Why?
Why wouldn't you?
I won't be going there.
Why not?
Wait, you stop.
My goal is to get you into Kintao. That's all. Once you've made it inside, if they allow you in, then I've accomplished my task.
Please, you stop translating. What was that about?
Sorry, just a moment. Jiro, is there any way that you would not follow through with ending your task?
His task? Wait, what?
He takes a moment to think about it, and then he'll respond. Riz, it's one of our strictest taboos that foreigners are not allowed to set foot in our homeland. And I understand that for someone such as yourself, you travel from world to world so easily. It may mean less for you, but it's something that we take very seriously. And by breaking it, I violate one of our most sacred laws, to which there is only one punishment. And I will submit to that punishment, as is my responsibility to do so.
Okay, so there was another signing there, and you stopped translating, and you look definitely really upset.
Is there any way that I can convince you or make something happen so that you don't have to?
What? What, the dying thing? Is this?
They just nod in response to that.
Yeah, I mean...
Please.
What good
He'll
does
respond,
it do?
The only thing that would be able to overcome a taboo that rooted in our society is a direct command from the Emperor, and he doesn't give direct commands.
Why not?
It's simply not what he does.
Then who commands for him? Who...
There are magistrates, governors. There's an entire bureaucracy. They all answer to the Emperor eventually, but he doesn't make individual proclamations. He is a chief executive. He is not a king, if that makes sense.
But if that's the only way to save you, what if I can get an audience with him?
Wait, we can save him? How?
Riz explains it, though they look confused themselves fully. They're,
Okay, yeah.
it seems like
We
they're
can
having a
get
lot of
the
trouble
audience.
understanding how
We-
it's so obscure.
I mean, we got an audience with one emperor, right? I mean, briefly.
Two
How
times,
much help?
right? In the way? In Vil?
Yeah, exactly.
In Prota? We can find the Emperor here. We can...
You guys don't happen to have a,
Bill doesn't count.
Shut the fuck up. He's an Emperor.
Yeah, by title only. It's
I
not
know,
really
but
an
it
empire.
counts!
He's a little bitch.
you don't have any sort of, like, arena of Mortal Kombat for entertainment or anything like that. We're pretty good at that. Oh, I mean,
I am begging you. Please let me try to allow you to live.
is there like a timeline?
Riz,
Okay.
make a diplomacy check.
Is there something I could do to aid? How does that
Not
work?
really.
Okay.
You can like plead at him as well, but I'll let you roll an assist. Yeah.
Okay.
26.
Okay.
Please, Lovette. You have great
Oh.
charisma.
Got a 27.
Oh, you both rolled natural 4s. How
Yeah, we sure
odd is
did.
I
that?
reroll.
All right, go ahead and give me a reroll.
You got it.
I like to think that's Riz's hand signal to use their fate point. Is,
Come on, baby. 28. No.
are
I was-
steadily climbing. You just have to use.
So
I
a
was going to
fate
say
roll.
that
you can only reroll a thing once. So
I know.
I was gonna say that Kurla has been following this conversation. They've been very intently watching Jiro's hand motions and Riz's hand motions and listening to Riz's translations. And they're gonna say, as Riz and Lovette try and convince Jiro, they're also gonna say, it's, you know, kind of what we do. We try and keep people alive, and we haven't travelled much together, but you seem a good sort, and I would hate to see you die. I would, if we can help you, please do let us. And I would like to roll a diplomacy, if I may.
that is fine, but it is wholly unnecessary at this point.
Fair enough.
Mostly because I was about to say that with Riz's 28, the assistance bonus from Lovette brings that up to a 30, which was the DC.
Okay.
So,
Thank you. Thank you so fucking much.
We're combined just endearing
Look at that.
enough for this guy
and then
not to
Kurla's
kill
just like,
himself.
I'm just
That's how
rolling
you
it
do
for fun
diplomacy.
anyway. It's a 31.
yeah.
But you guys had it.
So Jiro will nod and respond. I will travel with you for long enough for you to understand. But I don't think that things are going to work out as you hope.
Maybe we can try this way. Oh, wait,
Riz
I
looks
didn't-
mad.
Mad at Jiro?
No, just mad. Frustrated, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Lacking
Did he say
in the
no?
ability to solve the problem.
He'll sign again. If anyone has any questions about what's going to happen in 2 days.
2 days.
2 days. Oh,
If we do make it through the wall, where do we go from there?
From there, you'll want to head east, and then south.
You know,
There's a river that you should be able to follow. But eventually, it will take you to the capital.
he's going. Oh,
my brain just completely forgot what I was asking.
Will we be able to fly to whatever representative is on the wall?
You can try. The soldiers are skilled with the bow, as well as the ballista.
Just bow?
The bow and the ballista, yes.
All right.
they
Are there any?
just clay.
Go ahead, Lovette. Sorry.
Are they just clay? Are they magical? Are the weapons magical? Do we know this?
They were molded by the Emperor's hand. I can only imagine that they're quite magical.
I mean, I don't know. We fought actual demons and they will. Well, anyway. But if we don't find the prefect, what's plan B? Do we have a plan B? So this is to everyone, but I appreciate your help, Giro.
I do have a potential plan. And it's all dependent on whether or not we can get that. When do they start attacking us? Would be my first question, though, before I say this. Will they only attack us if we try to go into the wall, or once we approach it?
If they sense your intent to enter, then they will stop you.
Violently?
Yes, very violently.
Doesn't us approaching the gate insinuate that by default?
Typically, though not everyone that approaches the gate has the intent to enter.
So we should approach it with the intent to speak with one of the, what was the word?
Prefect.
One of the prefects. Would
Does
that?
the ones pick up? Because I mean, we do intend to enter. Like, we can try and think about how much we want to talk to the prefect, but like, if they sense long-term intent, it's gonna set them off. Unless we legitimately think we could get what we need without going in.
Well, if it doesn't work, we could back off, and I might be able to get us through underground.
The clown.
Okay. If we
How
are,
would you do that?
Follow me, and Vera's going to lead everybody outside.
All right.
Okay, I'm going
Jiro
outside.
follows you as well.
Right.
Unless you meant everybody but Jiro.
No, everybody.
Everybody.
Okay.
She'll close your eyes.
And Vera begins to basically feel around the ground, and then suddenly stomps quickly once, right in the middle of a circle that they've made. And I'd like to cast Summon Elder Worm.
Oh.
Okay.
Busting that out the first day can, didn't it?
Yes.
So
Love
you
it.
cast Summon Elder Worm. A rumbling sensation is felt everywhere. A tremor goes throughout the area, and the ground is going to erupt nearby where you intended on summoning this thing. And
for cover.
a absolutely colossal sized creature is going to burst forth from the ground. It is an enormous annelid with a toothed maw that is just, like I said, colossal in size. And it bursts forth from the ground and then kind of bends down and looks at you, Vera, as if waiting for some kind of instruction.
Oh, the attack! Ah!
It will go around the Vardo. And would this thing be able to fit the Vardo inside of its mouth? Like, I'm just like comparing it.
Yes, it would be able to swallow the Vardo whole. Correct.
Okay.
Holy shit!
I most
Just
likely
the
won't be
maker
able
and his
to.
water.
I most likely won't be able to bring our other cart, but if we all
Nice
go
passing
inside
cleanse
the
the
Vardo, I could probably get us to the other side, and then it could spit us out.
Oh,
I mean, do you think touching the horse would be a good idea?
It's
well,
a
well, maybe
horse.
there's a horse.
Well-
If the horse walks in, it'll be okay.
I don't know. I'll
I
do the.
suppose we could try right now.
I think the clay soldiers. Well, we try. I thought you said no touch the horse.
Touching the horse would be an extremely bad idea.
Why? Yeah.
You've
isn't it
seen
that's
the horse.
I have seen it.
Okay.
If you're concerned about its health, I'll show
No.
you. And Vera's going to walk into the worm's mouth and have it
Ah.
slowly envelop her. And I'm going to see if I can go down and then back up, just kind of like a single loop.
That's horrifying.
I'm
Down
going to,
and down
like,
and
down
back.
into
What do
the
you mean?
earth and then back
Oh.
up.
I see. Okay.
Definitely not what I interpreted
That's
that as.
desert power?
I see.
That's true.
Are you supposed to use hooks to open up a ring segment and, clamber up? No?
Mm-hmm,
And I'll be using spider walk to keep my traction on the worm's tongue.
This is gonna
That's
be awful.
just so horrifying. I love it.
Okay. Well, luckily, its swallow whole ability is not acid based; it is bludgeoning based. So it actually has a gizzard. So, because it's not trying to hurt you, it's not actually going to do any damage to you when it does that. So, you walk into its gaping maw, kind of like grabbing one of the teeth as like a way to like pull yourself up into its mouth, and you climb in, and it's like a big cave almost. And you get inside, and the ground is kind of squelchy under your feet, like it's made of hot muscle. I guess is a way to put it, to describe that. So there's a little bit of give to the ground in there.
I don't want to be here anymore.
The cave is collapsing. This is no cave.
So its mouth flaps are going to shut, and it's going to dive into the ground and sort of move its way through the earth again. And a few seconds later, it's going to burst out on the other side of the Vardo and lean down, open its mouth flaps, and Vera can kind of
I'll walk out.
scuttle out.
So if his
Okay.
mouth is slightly in the dirt and we walk the Vardo into him,
Maybe put
But
some dirt on the
But
on,
isn't
on,
this
on
still coming into contact with the house? That was horrifying, but the problem is now.
I
The
mean, like I
house.
said, we won't know until we try.
I'm
Well-
just impressed by the teeth. If you ground one of those down, it would make an excellent knife.
I mean, it's
I-
not a person, so I don't feel like I have to worry.
Don't hurt the worm. It's
uh,
helping us.
Right. I wasn't suggesting it.
But have we done this before? Is there a precedent? What's
Well,
going to happen?
I mean, I don't want to just do it while we're at the wall, to know that it works then. I would rather know it works now.
Why don't we come up with a plan that doesn't involve
The one?
the realm coming into contact with the anti-house? House. I mean, it's yours, but it seems like it is comprised of anti-house material.
Anti-horse material. We coin lovely things on this show.
Yes. This is trying to consolidate fantasy world understanding of science with modern understanding of science.
Riz
And
looks
explaining antimatter.
Inside you there are two
completely
horses.
offended.
No, it's not. Look, I mean, it's fine. The house is a house, but I mean, what does that look supposed to mean? What do you think I'm saying? What
You're
do you
insulting
think?
my horse. You're saying it's not a horse.
I'm not insulting your house. I just said your house is a house.
Rez, would it help at all if you were to be able to see the horse the way that we've seen it?
They just look at you incredulously.
I'm just suggesting a possibility.
It's not
Dancing?
going to change anything.
Fair enough.
Wait, you don't. I thought you thought. Oh, wait, yeah.
It's a fucking horse.
Well, you know not. Will you tell everyone not to touch it?
Yeah,
Why?
because you're
I'm
not supposed to touch it.
Right, what if we break the rule now? What if something bad happens?
I mean, it's not like a person's gonna touch it.
Wait, yeah, but has anything that's not person touched it?
Horses.
Other horses have? Okay. Okay, there's a precedent.
I mean, I had to have bred my first one to get this one.
So the idea then is that as long as a person's not touching the horse, it should be fine. So the worm's going to be alright with it. Is that the consensus here?
Their face kind of scrunches up. They don't seem to know. They're more in the thought process of, I just want to see if it happens or not.
How many more worms can you summon, Vera? If this one happens to, I don't know, explode or something?
Just this one. It's very hard to contact these.
Is that like once a day or once ever in your entire life?
I mean, it'd be a pretty shitty plan if I could only do it once, wouldn't it?
Well, that's why I'm asking, dear.
I can do it every day.
Thank
Probably.
you. Probably is good enough.
If we keep calling worms over here and they blow up their head, they're probably going to stop showing up.
I mean, I feel like that's a little more terrifying if we do that when we're right next to the wall, though.
I kind of
Well,
agree.
yeah.
It'd be good to know what's going to happen. You know, it'd be good to test this out now. That's kind of why you
could just be-
demonstrated it to us in the first place.
It could be no problem, or it could be worse problems in the Deadlands.
What?
Well, I mean, we'll find out, I guess.
And Vera's going to turn to the elder worm and reach out an arm and have it open its mouth.
Its mouth flaps open, exposing rows of enormous teeth.
Would you like to walk it in?
Can its mouth go a little lower? I don't think the wheels can get over the teeth.
I'll kind of put my hands in the air and lower it and have the worm basically start consuming like part of the ground so that it's basically just a ramp into its mouth. So it goes slightly into the earth.
Riz
Gotcha. It will follow your commands as best it can.
goes to their horse and starts walking them into the worm.
There's a sentence you never heard
The
before.
horse is gonna stop and like look at Riz and look at this colossal purple worm and look back at Riz and
You think this is a bad idea?
I then direct the worm to go lower and lower, and then it starts scooping the ground beneath the cart and the horse. It's going to slowly
Wait.
start going over.
the horse stomps a hoof and it's gonna look around and look at Riz and it's kind of like starting to step back a little bit.
Yeah, Riz is kind of doing the same, just nervously, because they don't know what's happening now. They're kind of holding on to their horse because they're getting scared.
So once it basically has the entire horse like with ground under it in it, it's gonna stop. And Vera's gonna turn to Riz. Is this good enough? Does this?
I don't know, he seems scared.
Well, he's only gonna be scared for a little bit, and then will eventually be spit out.
What?
Gently?
Yeah, the horse is gonna vocalize. It's gonna kind of like make a scared sound.
Riz
does
starts
that-
trying to move him out.
What's a scared horse sound like?
Ah!
Oh,
That's it. We found it.
it's like a goat.
Ah!
Shush, it's okay. And Riz is touching the side of its face, trying to like lead it backwards outside of the mouth, but I don't know if
And-
there is an outside right now.
So then I'll have the worm scoop down and out so that it basically takes its mouth out from under the horse so that they're no longer inside of the mouth.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
It's gonna turn. No, it's still connected to the Vardo, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it's gonna turn and start walking away, and it pulls the Vardo, and it just like starts to leave you and everyone else behind.
Riz is racing behind now at this point.
It's not running, it's just walking,
Well,
but it's
even
like it's just
still,
it is not interested in being near the rest of you right now.
they're following.
What
I'm
just
sorry. Please.
It's so early and yet.
Sat this thing.
I didn't
Vera,
know I would hurt your feelings this way. I'm sorry.
It stops. It stomps a hoof.
I won't do it again. I'm sorry. What can I do to make it up to you?
It blinks and stares forward at nothing in particular.
I just want to say that the smartest your horse has been in a while when that happened.
It's self-preservation.
Yeah, you just gotta scare it into being smart from now on. Every single day, I gotta find a new terror to make the horse respond.
Yikes.
Vera will put a hand across the front of the worm and just nod, and it's going to burrow into the ground and leave.
Okay.
Kurla will give it a sad sort of wave. Did it have a name?
Do you want to name
Try.
it?
I don't know. He just, his big monstery thing, and looks like he could use a name, that's all.
I will give you permission to name it.
He looked like a bill.
I turn to
Bell.
Petravian. I'll give you permission to name it.
Oh, come on. You gave me permission to name it. I'm naming him Bell. What's wrong with Bell? It's a good, strong name.
Fine.
Bell the Worm.
It's William the Whale.
No, Bill the Worm, not William the Worm, for fuck's sake. Bill.
I mean, William the Worm does sound a little bit better. But
No, we're not doing the alliteration thing. It's Bill or nothing.
What? Willie the giant Willie? Well, but it's okay. I'm done.
Bill the Worm.
Yeah, Willie the Worm, yeah.
No, Bill. Bill was the... What, Bill? It's Bill.
Big Bill. Because he's big.
Big
Big
Bill, fine. We'll meet you halfway. Big Bill the Worm. That work for you, Vera?
Big Bill the Worm. Perfect.
Love it. Excellent.
Restart.
Vera,
Making
will
a
we ever see
giant
that
name
particular
tag for
worm
it.
ever again?
What was that, Petravian?
Will we ever see that particular worm ever again?
Potentially, if things don't go well for us.
Well, be safe, Big Bill the Worm.
Okay.
Coming soon to the wiki.
Awful.
I mean, now we named him. I immediately on the L3.
You can shorten it to BB. So.
I mean, I'm still mostly terrified of it, but slightly on deal.
There's nothing
I
to
mean,
be
it reminds
afraid
me-
of. It's totally calm. It doesn't feel agitated by us.
Yeah, you don't care for them when they're tiny and, internal, but when they're big like that, it's alright. It reminds me a little bit of that huge turtle back in Prota. Oh, I love that thing.
One of those big worms almost killed Chris.
Or was it a
It did
tortoise?
kill Chris.
No, that was a bloody ice worm.
Yeah, but it was purple and it was big.
Yeah, it wasn't like this one. This one's quite docile. It reminded me of a big cow.
If it's understood being docile, I wouldn't really know. Like, I don't know how to read its body language.
I
Oh,
mean,
they
Vera's
are
got a
very
handle on it,
dangerous.
right, Vera?
No.
You got a handle on it, so
Of course.
Right.
I don't think I'm being unreasonable here. I just
Oh.
don't know how to read it.
You just have to
I mean-
trust me. I know what I'm doing here.
That's why you always look so nervous around Archibald, right there?
Well, yeah, but you don't have to bring that up.
Oh, I mean, I wasn't sure if it bothered you. It's nothing to be embarrassed about.
It's just
Anyway, it
not something
looks
I'm
like-
used to. That's more your thing. You understand that. I'll trust you with knowing that.
Well, yes, it's the same thing. I do trust you here. I'm just going to be... My heart is going to be going a mile a minute in the meantime.
So if Big Bell is not an option, I guess we're
So it was an option.
Oh, it's an option. You can trust me on that. It's definitely an option if we need
But it's
to
an
do
option, but not if we want to take the Vardo with us.
It. What are you talking about?
I mean, did you not see
How's-
the way the horse reacted?
It'll be fine once we get to the other side.
Look, I understand that it made Lisa upset, but Val, you don't understand. The horse is made of anti-horse. We don't know what could happen if we touch it.
But maybe it just looks scary to you when you use like the magic or whatever. Maybe
Well,
it
yes,
doesn't.
but that's indicative of something.
Yes, but it's a
It's
giant
an
fucking worm.
unhouse.
I don't know what it's gonna do to it. It should be fine.
It could break the fabric of reality.
Can
Maybe
anyone
we should.
calm it in any way? Like, have any spells so that it just feels calm or sleepy or something? I don't know.
I'd be more worried about casting a spell on it than I am about touching it, and I'm not about to touch it. I'm not about to do anything to it that without Riz's say so either.
I'm not saying you want to ask Grizz, but it'd
We
be.
could
Jiro
We
will
can
try to
ask
sign.
it what it wants.
Kurla will look to Jira.
Jiro will try to sign to all of you and says, like, I can try to calm the horse down. It's a horse, right?
I
Can't be
think
that
I saw
hard
a
to
sign
calm
for
down.
horse, and that was. I think maybe.
I wish we. I'm sorry, Gio. I'm trying to figure it out.
I have no idea what that.
Look,
Could you do that one again a little bit more slowly, Jero? Forgive me. I'm.
Riz, Jiro's trying to tell us something. Can you help us out?
Yeah. I'll be right back, okay?
The horse continues staring off into nothing.
They come over to the group. What's wrong?
Jiro will sign. They're discussing how to get the horse inside of that giant worm. And they were talking about casting spells on it, but I could just try to calm it down. I'm pretty decent with horses.
I was not
He's
in the I was in the car.
not just like any horse.
I'm sure he's very special to you.
No, this house is different. Oh wait, sorry.
If
I
you
didn't understand that.
pet them just right or feed them an apple, they can be very trusting.
And they sign back. We can start with an apple and see how he reacts. But don't touch. And they hold out their hand for Jiro to take him to the
Okay.
horse.
Okay. He will
Just gonna calm it down? Okay.
travel over to the horse with Riz.
Let's see. Apple.
Jiro takes the apple, looks at it, turns it over, shrugs, and walks up and holds it out to the horse. Make a quick roll here.
Is that to see how long it'll take the horse to eat it?
Yes, because it takes at least an hour to eat an apple. Everyone knows that. So,
Unnecessary cruelty.
Hey,
all right.
Not me tonight.
He holds that. Well, it's episode 50. It's your day off.
It's your day off, yeah.
Yeah. Everyone has
Yeah,
to be
Joey,
nice to.
next
has to be
week
nice
we're
to-
coming for you, Skrewy.
Oh yeah, with a vengeance. So yeah,
Seriously.
this game, nah, you're off limits.
We love
All right,
I love you.
Aw.
yeah, love you, buddy. All right, so Jiro holds out
Every
this
50
apple.
episodes.
Yeah, the 50th episode of every season, and I'm willing to make that a tradition. He holds out this apple to the horse, and the horse is going to continue staring off into a point somewhere in the distance in front of it until eventually one of its ears kind of turns a little bit. And you can see its nostril kind of like twitching a little bit as it's smelling something. And it's going to turn very slowly. And just kind of, its eye is going to turn and look at at Jiro, who's just holding this apple there, perfectly still. And the two just kind of have a standoff for a while, as the horse is not willing to take the apple from Jiro, and Jiro is not moving the apple any closer to the horse. So, for about 5 minutes, they both stand there without anything happening. Does anyone else want to do anything to speed this along, or are you just going to let them do their thing?
Riz will get closer, and they'll put their hand under his and move it just a little bit closer. Just seeing if anything changes.
I feel like we're all just watching, you know.
At this point, the horse is waiting for the right moment to strike, and it's just completely stationary.
It's an ambush predator.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Riz will wait. They're letting their horse have the time it needs instead of pushing it.
Actually, as we're waiting,
Hmm?
Petravian will lean to the Kurla.
So, I have a thing with this that I want to try, but I need to ask Druid.
What do you think the horse wants?
To not be touched, I would think. You've
Well,
seen
I mean,
what it looks like.
No, we only take that from Riz's point of view. We don't know what the horse wants.
Are you?
Given their
Are you
connection,
confused?
my guess would be that the horse wants what Riz wants, and I'm not willing to take the risk that that's not the case. If you want to go ahead and touch the horse, that's on you, mate.
No,
but-
no, I have a spell I wanted to try.
Well, what spell did you want to try?
Detect desires.
Desire
Does
not
that
to go
even
near the
work
fucking
on
worm.
horses? Look, no offense, Petravian, but I mean, the last time you tried to detect desires, you got a glass full of booze in your face.
Oh, mic drop. That's so good.
That is true, but it's not, I didn't cast a spell.
Wait,
No,
what
you
is that
certainly
then?
didn't.
Yikes!
Wait,
Come
what
on,
is
we have a
that
rule
doing?
here.
Yeah,
Episode
episode
50,
I'm
come
so
on.
sorry, Skrewy. I'm so sorry.
You good?
Is it like a radial thing?
I mean, you could give it a try, but whatever you do, don't go casting spells on the horse without talking to
Yeah.
Riz
If
first.
it's like a radial, like you detect the desires of everyone in a radius, that's maybe okay. If it's like you do something to the horse, I mean, you did.
It kind of
okay.
goes in it. It's a directional thing, so just
Reality.
in that direction.
I mean, can you distinguish one from the other? Because if you hear like multiple people wanting sugar cubes, I can guarantee one of them is me.
What?
I mean, I like sugar cubes, but okay.
You eat just cubes of sugar?
What they're
That's
Given
bad for
my-
your teeth.
yeah. I eat rotten meat, or I have done up until recently. That's pretty bad for my
Rotten meat.
teeth as well.
I
Look,
watch
Petravian.
Jiro and Riz. Is anything happening there?
Not yet.
Standoff.
While the peanut gallery continues to just.
Yeah. If
Yes,
taking
sir.
this in real time, then no, nothing has happened with the horse yet.
Vera will
You were saying, Lovette.
start rummaging in the cart as well.
Okay.
Just everything slighted. Reality no more.
I don't think
I
there is
know,
such. I mean, I know you're the engineer or mechanical genius type, but I don't think anti-horse is quite reflects the accurate sort of
Well,
assessment.
but I mean, like, you would have normal horse material. This is like the inverse. It is.
But I mean, it still
anti-
looks
But
like
the horse
a
is standing
horse.
upright.
Right, why is it anti-horse and not just anti-stuff, anti-material, anti-matter?
You're still not making any sense to me.
It is a
Anti-matter.
horse-based point of anti-universe.
I mean, it looks like the eye of an angry god. That's the way I see it.
Yes.
Looks like a tear in the fabric of everything, and that's I don't want to look at it. If that like is the
It's a
dictionary
horse, it's a
definition
horse.
of anti-horse to you, then all right, fine, it's an anti-horse.
You know,
I tell you what, you went along with Big Bill, the worm, so I'll go along with anti-horse. Quid pro quo.
Vera will return, holding a quilt, and is going to approach Jiro and Riz.
So approaching Jiro and Riz, you see that Jiro has this intense expression. He's just staring very like in deep concentration at the horse. Riz is actually looking at Jiro, and the horse is staring at a point somewhere ahead of it, dumbly.
Is no longer looking at the apple?
It's waiting for the apple, for just the right moment. So what do you do, Vera?
Well, I have this quilt. We could potentially put it over its eyes, and one of you calms it, if we have to do this.
I just feel like that would scare him more.
Even if you're there to calm it?
He wasn't calm inside with me.
Well, yeah, but you weren't there comforting it, were you?
No, Riz was right next to the horse when
Oh.
it got mouth in.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, will it know if it can't see it?
He knows a lot of stupid things.
The horse is actually going to stomp a hoof.
Whoa.
Did you see Sal? Yeah, it moved. Something's happening.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to be a better person for you. To you.
It turns and it grabs the apple from Jiro's hand very carefully, not to like, almost as if carefully enough not even to damage the skin of the apple, and just takes it in its mouth and sets it down on the ground in front of it, like in a more comfortable position, and then it's just gonna stare at the apple. Like nose on the apple. Like apple on ground, nose touching the top of the apple, staring directly at the apple.
High quality content what I got here tonight, folks.
Oh yeah.
That's how we do. Jiro looks at Riz and shrugs, and then signs. Does that
Petravian's
count?
gonna walk over after seeing this and ask Riz. So, do you innately understand the horse wants? Like, you know what they want, right? Or is it just a feeling? Like,
What is it?
Petra's got such a way with words, doesn't he?
I just kind of know. Kind of.
I have a spell I want to try if you don't mind.
Do you have to touch him?
I don't believe so, no.
Double check?
Try double check.
I'm gonna double check.
Just in case, because you,
Yeah.
I don't think so. It just slaps the horse.
Cone-shaped emanation.
Oh, nice.
Sure. Whatever. Sure.
Okay.
As long as you don't have to touch him, sure.
All right. Petravian is going to point his hand towards the horse and cast Detect Desires.
Is there anything else in that cone?
It's a 60-foot emanation, so yeah, you cast that, and it would be from where he's standing. It would probably hit Jiro, Riz, and the horse.
Well, I
You
would
get a
aim it
will
at the
save.
horse, like next. I'm standing next to them. so
Nah,
I'm
it's
aiming
too
it direct-
late. Let's
No.
do it.
You do-
Okay, fine. Yes, I guess sure.
So either Jiro or horse really wants a sugar cube.
Did that cast?
So there's a will save to negate that, by the way. It's,
There it goes. Did it go?
okay. No, nothing's happened so far.
23.
Says insufficient charges left of
Yeah, I
Detect
got that
Desires.
too when I
They
tried
all
to.
say that.
Yeah, they're all acting weird right now.
A little
Foundry's
bit.
broken.
Okay.
Hey, okay. I'll have to fix that. Alright, well, in that case, your DC, what's your charisma bonus?
Charisma is
The bonus.
+5.
+5, okay. In that case, it's going to be a DC 18 will save to resist it.
Woo!
So, Riz, you succeed. Jiro also succeeds. And the horse, well, you face this cone-shaped emanation at the horse, and you begin to try to understand the desires of this being. And what's going to happen is your spell is going to fail. It's going to stop casting immediately as you sort of just freeze in place. Everything sort of just stops for Petravian for a moment. And then he kind of stands there completely frozen in time for about 10 seconds or so before he blinks and suddenly is back in the waking world.
Petravian?
Whoa. Did I just, like, go to sleep there for a second? It just...
You were
Like-
frozen, but not like ice frozen.
Kurla's gonna step over and just sort of start, like, looking at Petravian, trying to figure out if he's okay. Just, how many fingers am I holding up?
2?
Right, alright. Oh, open your mouth, stick out your tongue, say R. Alright.
I think I'm okay.
Yeah, you seem alright. Kurla will do a heal check, just for shits and giggles.
Yeah, Petravian seems fine. Best you can figure is that Petravian was just stunned for some reason.
Okay. That was a 28 on the heal check.
Did that horse just stop the spell?
The horse does not react. It simply stands there, looking at this apple.
I've never cast a spell on him before.
Did you cast it? But everyone's standing over here now. I kind of was just standing over there like an idiot on my own.
Huh.
What happened? You just was standing here. I was waiting for you to do something. You just hold your hand out, Philly. I mean it. Oh, it's happening again.
What do you think
He's frozen again.
No, he's just thinking. Give him a
Oh.
minute.
I don't think my spell would even work on them, apparently. I don't know what happened, but... Huh.
Well, I mean, be glad that he didn't enter horse ear your mouth.
That's just not gonna catch on. I'm sorry.
What would make more sense?
That's wild. Okay, this horse. Holy shit. All right. Well then.
I don't know what this fucking horse wants, but apparently he's
crunch-
enamored by that apple.
You hear the crunch of an apple.
And there it goes.
We found these desires. It was here, pretty.
We got there in the
Apparently.
end. Maybe he just doesn't like being looked at when he's eating.
I don't. Sorry, I didn't.
I mean, neither do I, for that matter, but...
Well, either way, this is a plan B. So, I can always hope that plan A works.
Alright, you
Yep.
got a semi-functional plan B.
And I don't really understand Plan A. It's what, fly up to the world and hope they're willing to talk, even though we
We ch-
know they're not.
We try and find a prefect. What is there any way that
Yeah.
we can, like, narrow down where one might be? Anyone got anything in their bag of tricks for that?
No, like locate
Nope.
people or anything.
Oh, sorry.
Send this.
I do.
Do you want to give that one a shot, Raz?
What
think
am I
it'll work.
locating?
Well, a prefect, I think, was the word Jero used. You know, one of the people at the wall who'll actually hear us out without
but we
attacking
have
us
to be, like,
first.
probably closer. We're still 2 days out.
Fair enough. Jero, I had a question for you. Rez, if you could translate that, that would be handy.
Yeah, their hands quickly appear to the front of them as they look at Jiro.
This prefect, I mean, I know they're not going to be all that happy to see us given the taboo about going into the country, but is there anything else in terms of faux pas or anything that we should avoid doing, or anything that would be particularly respectful that we should do? Just, you know, from a diplomatic sense, how can we make sure that we're minimizing our chances of fucking up and maximizing our chances of success here?
Jiro will answer in sign and say, among Kintao society, formality is important. Being professional is important. Being serious and respectful is important. Informality, familiarity, vulgarity, all of those things are going to be seriously frowned upon.
Uh-oh.
And there is a fair amount of stereotypes within Kintao of outsiders being barbarians.
Sounds a lot like the sea mile.
So, best behavior from all of us, and I need to watch my language. Apologies,
Same.
understood.
He'll sign, it's alright, I'm used to it. I've been out here for long enough that it no longer bothers me.
So who wants to get it out of their system before we go in?
Fuck, buggering, wanking, hell. Alright.
Winking is a swear word?
Not
Right,
winking, wanking.
Yes, that's what I said.
I mean, we might want to.
Shit
discover our
titty's
bases.
ass.
Is that the best you can do,
There we go.
Petravian? Really? You can do a little better than that, surely. You're in the fucking army. You don't have better than that.
Bitch, motherfucker, bastard. God damn it.
Cock.
This
Cock.
is the quality content that we bring to the medium.
Guy, you were earning our
Fuck.
mature rating this evening. Fuck, there we go. Scream it from the rooftops. You'd feel better about life.
I'm alright. I'm good.
Alright, it's out of my system now.
Cum guzzling shitballs.
There we go, you
Wow, you've got
filthy mouth.
something on your mind, don't you, Petravian?
Wait, did you drop a C word there?
I said cunt earlier.
Yeah, that's what I was talking to you, Raz.
Oh.
My God.
Is that an
Shocking.
issue?
No, not at all. I just pulling your leg. Right, so we got all of that nasty barbarian shite out of our system. Oh, there was that last one.
Yeah, we gotta keep working apparently.
So professionalism, that who's going to put the best foot forward then in making our case for, you know, getting in there and saving the world?
I can try my best. I have a bad habit of not being taken seriously, even when I'm trying to be serious. But, I mean, it really does sound like the steam eye in a way. They literally slap your wrist if you didn't say the right thing sometimes. With
That's
a
horrifying.
big stick. Yeah. I've got damage.
That doesn't sound fun at all.
The steam eye wasn't really about fun.
Yeah,
It's about
I'm
money.
getting that
Mostly about
impression.
shitty air quality.
Oh, Vera's in with the swear words. Thank you for that.
If I didn't
Ye-
like a place, I just went to the next one.
I think if we want to cut down on Val's language, we might need to just Val might want to stand in the back.
I was going to ask if Vera was going to be the one taking point on this, since they're kind of the de facto leader of the whole saving the world thing.
I'm pretty sure we're all the leaders here because we all have the same goal.
Is that how that works?
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, we got 2 days to figure it out. Should we get moving again?
I mean, okay, so is Giro not going to be doing a lot of the... not that... I mean, once we get in there, not to put not to put him on the spot, but if behaving in a certain way is crucial, I would think that it would be kind of crucial for the person who knows those cultures to take the lead.
Jiro's gonna nod and then sign. Of course, I intend to speak as much as I can to those on the other side to make sure they understand the importance of the situation and how dire it has become out here.
Thank you.
But ultimately, all of you are going to have to convince everyone on that side in the way that you've convinced me.
Well, you've seen it for yourself. It's gonna be tricky.
It is something that's difficult to believe without seeing. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to do this, but I'm willing to try.
If only I had completed the schematics on that device, I could paint images instantly.
I have an idea. I don't know if it'll work, and I don't want to waste it.
What's your idea?
But I have to try. I will try. I have a plan.
Alright.
We have to talk to whoever's in ahead, and we have to prove our point. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do this, but I have to.
What can we do to back you up?
Talk the prettiest you ever talked.
Spoken.
I have never sworn a day in my life, and that is the God's honest truth.
And if anyone can get me like some sort of writing from wherever the Emperor is from, it'll help me kind of get into character better of being as good as possible.
Any
Hey,
writing?
no, what?
Yes,
No.
I need to learn their mannerisms. I need to be as efficient and perfect as possible in this instance.
Okay, I really support you in this. I'm normally compelled to be taking the lead in the talking part, but I've
It is
got
only for a
feeling
little
this-
bit. If you feel more confident on other points, which I will rely on all of you to bring up points that are important to
No,
the...
I feel it. You've got this. I know that there's something you can do here that I cannot. I don't know how to put words into it, but there's something you have knowledge for here that I do not.
I think I can use my powers for this. I have an idea, and by the gods, I hope it works.
Jiro nods.
Alright, we've got an idea, we've got a plan A and a plan B.
I usually don't let it to go so cheap, but I suppose we can be is enough.
Well, we got 2 days, you can think of a plan C in that time.
We will figure out a way to help Archie too, Lovette. Don't you worry.
No, I mean, yeah, okay.
And even if
I-
you do worry, I will be here to pick you up.
Thank you. That means a lot.
What are friends for?
Is it okay if I hug you right now?
They look like they're contemplating it. It's completely sarcastic though, the way their expression looks. And then their one knee goes down and then the other. And then they just hold out their arms.
Oh, big hug. Okay, let's do this. I feel like more ready? I
Yes.
don't know, I don't feel ready, but I don't think we're going to.
Whatever's going to happen, we stay together. We try our best. Because by the gods, if we don't, the world's gonna fucking end. So,
Falchions favor on sleep!
alright.
Enough.
And they put their hand in. They look at the others. Come on, Petravian.
Yeah, I got my name.
I said
Really,
this was a protein thing. That's why
we're
I
doing
laughed
this?
at it.
Yes, we're doing this.
Just reluctantly putting a hand in.
Kurla?
Kurla will roll their eyes. I mean, this is why I got you all the damn bracelets, isn't it? And Kurla will put that hand in as well.
Lovette, countdown?
3, 2. Wait, are we going on one or after one?
After one.
After one.
One. Ah, apologies,
Punchie!
Aye,
you were going to
fortune's,
recount!
fortune's favour, right. Oh, the
Jiro
world is
just kind
completely
of shakes
fucked.
his head slowly.
And you, I have a choice word for you. I'm talking to Jiro.
His head
Later.
tilts a little bit to the side.
Later.
He nods. Well, unless there's anything else, we can zoom ahead a little bit.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yes.
They've been trying
So, does anyone have anything over the next 2 days?
Just a word.
Oh, okay. Do you want to do that now? Or do you want to wait till next session?
Let's wait till next session.
Okay. Well, then we'll rewind for that next session. So, 2 days go, and it is now the 25th of October, midday. And what you see is, as you have traveled along this route, before you stretches a mighty stone wall, stretching across the entire horizon, all the way to the distant mountains on the left and right side of your vision. The wall itself must be 100 feet high and appears to be constructed from an orange-colored brick. Battlements dot the wall every 30 feet, and towers every 150 feet. This is a construction unlike anything you've ever seen in your life. This is such an absurd level of building that this must have taken 1 million people 100 years to build. It's absolutely insane, the scale of this thing. But here it is in front of you, and there is a massive gate built into where you're headed. The Vardo and the wagon stop a little bit away from it, and Jiro looks to each of you and nods, and then we'll sign. Are you all ready?
Yes.
No, but let's go for it anyway. What have we got to lose except the world?
Each of our ligaments could be fun.
Jiro's
Yeah,
going
I've
to
still
sign.
got one arm left.
I believe there was a spell you were going to cast.
And Riz kisses their pinky ring and focuses, trying to find the P-word person.
Prefect.
Prefect. I wanted to say a proctor. That's not it.
A little bit different.
He's off
Little bit
gambling.
different.
We're looking for the perfect prefect for our purposes.
Mhm.
Prefect.
So your ring is going to start adjusting and wobbling. The crystal on it will start to move back and forth, and then it eventually will lock onto that gate. It's pointing in the same direction as the gate.
They're here.
So are we.
Is everyone... Oh, fuck it. Let's get that out of the way.
Jiro
Let's do
hops
this.
off the Vardo and kind of cracks his neck, starts to limber up in case of combat.
All right.
All right, who's going to be doing the talking? The initial talking.
I think Jiro will be at first, but we will be on
Jiro.
our best behavior.
Yes.
Do you want me to try and beef up your diplomatic skills, or you good to go as you are?
That's the Jiro.
Yes.
Jiro shakes his head no.
I could use it, just in case.
As you wish, and Kurla will start finger wiggling and muttering under their breath towards Riz, and we'll take care of that next session.
I'm
Unless you
ready.
want me to do it now.
Jiro
Please
begins
remind
walking
that-
toward the gate.
We follow.
So the group is leaving the two wagons behind. You're walking the final stretch toward this enormous gate. There is a battlement on either side of the gate and a tower built over the gate. And as you approach, you can see figures up on top of the wall itself. They look like people standing there staring down at you, and they're all completely still. Like there's not a muscle moved between any of them, but you get the sense that they're watching you as you get closer and closer to the wall. I'd like everyone to make a perception check, please.
Got it.
Hey, you said the name of the show.
Yay.
Yeah. 31.
That is a 35 from
Ooh,
Kurla.
nice.
So 35 from Vera.
Nice.
Ooh, nice.
All right.
20 from Petra.
27 from Lovette.
All right, well, everybody north of 30, so Riz, Kurla, and Vera, you all hear a clicking sound coming from far above you. Like almost like the sound of a gear.
Oh, it's a ballista.
Big heavy gear, or like how big are we? Because that could be a ballista, or that could be the door opening. I mean, maybe not opening, but like a door.
Mm-hmm.
Can we see a door from where we're at?
I mean, you see the gate in front of you, but it's not moving.
Okay.
Do we see a source of the clicking?
No, like you look, you kind of crane your necks up and like look up at this tall tower in front of you, and you hear this light, click, 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 and then it stops, and you hear a very fast whoosh sound, and a ballista bolt is going to streak down from the tower and is going to embed itself in the ground immediately in front of Jiro. He's going to turn and look to Riz and sign. They know we're here.
Okay, vessels received.
Yeah, they were like right next to him the minute they saw it was in front of him. Yeah. Do we keep going or what do we do?
He signs that was the warning shot. They only give us one of those.
Oh, shit!
So what, we call up to them?
He nods.
Tell them we'd like to see their manager.
And then
No.
he kind of taps his throat and shakes his head no. And then signs, I can't call out. One of you has to.
Most esteemed prefect of the Kindai Empire, we are here to seek your audience. We wish to parley for extremely important information. We are on the quest of the most utmost importance, and humbly we'd like to speak with you.
The words echo off of the orange brick wall in front of you.
It got really humid out here. You guys feel that? Wow, I'm so sweaty.
The
They do
moment
believe they call
hangs
that a
in
flop
time for a
sweat.
while until you hear a response call from the top of the wall back down to you. And we'll get to that next time.
See you guys next week. Well, actually tomorrow for checkpoint, but oh my god.
I will be at checkpoint.
Thanks for listening. As always, special thanks to William Succi and Andreas Pichler for the intro and outro themes, and Emily Roll for Fantasy for this episode soundtrack. Interested in following us on social media? Follow us on Twitter at CheckPleaseDND. Or want to support the podcast and be part of the Czech Republic? Go to our Patreon under the Czech Republic. Until next time.